Today, I'm going to be taking a 60 overall Kevin Durant build and going all the way up to 99 overall without spending any money on VC and without playing any MyCareer. This took me over 150 hours of gameplay to do, so it was definitely not easy, and you're going to watch me go from a 60 overall bum to one of the greatest builds on this game. So let's not waste any more time and get right into this 60 to 99 overall grind with Kevin Durant. All right, so here we are on the brand new no money spent account for 2K26. Obviously, we got to go ahead and make Kevin Durant. Now, if you don't know, Kevin Durant does have a template build here in 2K26, but they have him listed at 6'10", which is not his real height, and I just didn't really think the stats made sense. So I went ahead and made my own build for this challenge, my own Kevin Durant. So you can see I went power forward, 6'11", 210 pounds with a 6'11 wingspan. A little bit lower weight than what he is in real life, but for this build, it just kind of made sense to go lowest weight so I could get a couple attributes here and there. But we will break down this build throughout the entire video, but this is just a quick little glance. We get an 87 driving dunk, an 89 3-point shot, which we will be cap breakering along with our mid-range shot as well. So this build's going to change once we get some cap breakers. Obviously, it's going to change once we get to 99 overall. So these are the stats. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about this for a Kevin Durant build, and let's go ahead and get right into it. As you can see, this build is going to be called a speedy offensive engine, which I think is pretty solid for the strengths. Knockdown mid-range shooter, that's Kevin Durant. Dangerous pick and pop, that's also Kevin Durant. And the only weakness of this build is it lacks imposing physicality, which, I mean, Kevin Durant's not really known for his physicality, so I think this also checks out. But let's stop wasting any more time and get right into this 60-99 challenge. All right, so there he is. Slim Durantula is here and ready to grind it out. 60 to 99. We have a long way to go. Now, if you did notice in the bottom left, it does say that I am a rookie 2 already, and as you can see right here, I am a rookie 2 already, and that is because I made this at first. I made a Kevin Durant build that was 6'9", and I played about 5 to 10 games on it, and I just didn't really think it fit. So I remade the build, made the 6'11" that you guys just saw, so that's why you already see me in a crew and already see me at a rookie 2. But just know I didn't really play that many games. It was 5 to 10 games, so it didn't really affect much. We're still on a brand new account and everything like that. For our first wheel spin on the account, we do get 10 Gatorade thirst quenchers. So, I mean, it's not great, but we will take it. We're going to hope for a couple better wheel spins down the line. But you see, I am also in a level 30 crew. When I started this challenge, the game had already been out for a couple weeks. I was lucky enough to be in a pretty high crew, so we were already level 30. So you know I had to get Slim Durantula in there. And you can see all the great rewards we will get just by being in a crew in 2K26. This is going to improve the 60 to 99 grind a ton. We get 50% VC bonus at level 25, along with like 4 cap breakers throughout this crew reward. So it's going to be great. We're going to be getting a bunch of free VC when I do end up playing with crew members, which is not going to be all the time. A lot of the beginning of this video is going to be with randoms. You will see in just a second. But first, we got to hit the Gatorade facility to get the extra bar of stamina for Slim Durantula. So we're going to do our 4 weekly workouts, get that additional turbo meter, and we will have to do this 2 more times in order to get Workout Warrior so that we don't have to hit the Gatorade facility anymore. But that's for later down in the line in the video. Now we're going to try and hit up some daily quests to get 500 VC to start us off. All we had to do, visit the limited edition store, and just like that, we got our first 500 VC of this challenge. There's not as many quests as there was in 2K25, so I'm going to be worrying about those daily challenges a ton. It's a free 1500 VC, but as you can see, for the first time playing online for Slim Durantula is going to be in the casual court. You know, we had to start things off slow. We couldn't get too crazy, you know, hop out the park with the squad. We had to start things off slow, hit up the random court, little casual game mode, and see what we can do. Kevin Durant out here, 6'11", 210 pounds, going up against a mascot. Obviously, it's our first game on the account, so we got to go ahead, change the camera angle and everything like that. And now we got to go ahead and start off this long journey. You can't guard me. He's going to start us off with a brick, but that's all right. It's the casual court. We can't expect too much. These guys are low overalls, and as soon as I say that, he hits that crazy shot right there. But Kevin Durant's just looking for a little bucket here. We actually have 2 bars of stamina because we got that thirst quencher from the wheel, and we did our workout, so we got a lot of extra stamina, which as a 60 is going to help out a ton, at least for our first 10 games here. But also just having that extra bar is going to help us out a ton. As you can see, we're starting off a little bit slow. Not the greatest jump shot. I honestly didn't even check my jump shot. It was a mistake on my part. I'll take the blame for that. Didn't even check the jump shot. We're just hopping out here raw and trying to get some buckets, but snagging a board and getting an assist to Mr. Sunlight 65, our first stats on the Kevin Durant build. You gotta love that. Run, rebound, 1 assist. We're not worried about scoring too much right now. Obviously, Kevin Durant build, we're going to be scoring a bunch throughout this video. So right now we're down 15-10. We just got to try and find a way back into this game. You can't guard me. He's cooking up right now. I don't know what he's doing. He's on like a 70-something overall, just moving out there. So I got to respect it. And now we got to try and get a stop right here. He's shooting that one up. Gonna miss it, and Kevin Durant's grabbing the second rebound right there, pushing up the court, looking for you can't guard me, crossing over a little bit. Mr. Sunlight in the corner. You know he's gonna knock that down. 16-15. Now we gotta try and get another stop, grabbing yet another board. Not really looking like Kevin Durant out here, just grabbing rebounds and assisting. But hey, as a 60 overall, you can only do so much to start out, especially with randoms. He knocks down that 3. Now we're up 19-17, and Mr. Sunlight goes ahead and gets us our first dub of this video, 21-17, and we end up getting 299 VC. So not a bad start at all. Kevin Durant's out here hooping. Mr. Sunlight, you can't guard me. This might be the trio for the entire video. I might have just hopped in the casual court and found the okay, maybe not. You know, we're grabbing that rebound right there after he shoots at 42%. I think these guys actually did end up quitting. So, you know, the trio was short-lived, but it was a great time. So Kevin Durant is out here playing by himself now, trying to get the first bucket, a fast break dunk. And there it is, the first bucket of this video. Many more to come. But as you can see, we're trying to cook up a little bit. You know, we got 2 CPUs on our team. Not the greatest take right there, I will admit. Up 6-5 at this point. As you can see, do have 2 AIs on the team, but luckily one of them knocks that one down. 9-9 at this point, trying to get another bucket. They're kind of double teaming me, leaving the AIs wide open. I can't really blame them, but luckily our AIs are kind of hitting right now. I'm trying to step back for 3, get them to bite a little bit, and look at Kevin Durant out there moving at a 60 overall, getting a bunch of dunks. And as soon as I say that, we make a poor decision, turn the ball over, they come down, knock down a 3. I mean, this game was tough. We're with 2 AIs. Slim Durantulus trying to do all he can and getting another little layup to go. So we got 6 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists with only a C+ teammate grade, and then they go ahead and knock that one down. So that's going to be the first loss, but we got 144 VC, like 3,000 my points. So it's going to be tough out here on the casual court. I can't lie. It's going to be tough, but I did end up forgetting that I wanted to go ahead and select a build specialization. So I went ahead and selected shooting. Really not going to worry about this too much because a lot of the challenges when I'm just playing solely online, they're going to be really tough to do. So not going to show that too much throughout the video, but just know I did select the shooting build specialization. So hopping right back into it, right back onto the casual court where honestly Kevin Durant probably belongs right now. You know, grabbing a rebound, trying to get our teammates involved. Gonna see him wide open on the wing, and he ends up knocking that one down. And what I noticed on this casual court is you'll see all different types of players. Some people that are just trying to take advantage of lower level players who are actually pretty good, and then just actual people who are not very good at the game. You see that jump shot's gonna need some work. Kevin Durant throwing that one up. This jump shot was absolutely abysmal. I'll show in a second exactly what it was. I ended up changing it, obviously, but I don't even know what that jump shot was. It was not the greatest, and I don't think we're gonna be knocking down any jump shots in the near future with that one on. So you see, getting to the rim right there, hitting him with a couple little pump fakes, playing some fundamental basketball, getting on the board right there, cutting down the lane. And I don't know what it is right now, but on this 60 overall, Kevin Durant is dunking the ball tremendously, grabbing yet another rebound. We got 4 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. This guy's going out here is sparking, giving us a lead 15-13, grabbing yet another rebound and another assist on the fast break. And that is one thing I liked about going 6'11" on this Kevin Durant build, is not only because it's his real height at 6'11", not 6'10", 6'9", or anything like that, as we miss a wide open layup right there, but it's all good. Teammate grabs the rebound, back to Slim Durantula, and we get the layup to go, 19-18. But like I was saying, we could play a little bit of a hybrid center role. If I was 6'9", I'd be kind of stuck in the middle. as we take an L, unfortunately. But I really just think 6'11 was the move. We can grab rebounds, get assists, and just kind of do it all, which I think a Kevin Durant build should be able to do it all. But as you can see, we got to try and change this jump shot, change it to Jonathan Isaac. I had Larry Bird on before, so that was just not going to work. We will be upgrading our 3-ball very, very soon. So right now, the jump shots, it's going to be tough. As you see, they're just leaving us wide open on the 3-point line, and that needs to change. Kevin Durant can't just be left wide open. But like I said, 6'11", snagging offensive rebounds, it's looking really, really nice. At least we can do something, because 3-point shooting, can't do it. Just cannot do it right now. The 60 overall is just not able to shoot. But honestly, the build's kind of moving pretty quick for a 6'11". That was one thing I was worried about going 6'11". Obviously, I want to still be able to move like Kevin Durant. And when you go 6'11 in 2K, it can be a little rough, you know, in terms of speed with ball. But you'll see, like I've said it a couple of times, referencing later down the line. But obviously, this is a 60-99 video. We're going to take some losses right here, shoot 0 for 3, 2 for 7 from the field. But we're going to improve over time. It's going to be a gradual improvement. You're going to watch and see the build improve in real time. So it's going to be a bunch of fun. Snagging another, like I'm saying, another offensive rebound. We just got to do the dirty work right now and get as many buckets as we can. A nice free easy layup, we will always take that. And we're just kind of battling in the casual court right now. It's not the greatest ball to watch, I'll be honest. It's not great. There's a bunch of missed layups going around. You know, this guy's going to go in on 3 people and he somehow makes it. But another thing about the casual court I didn't even mention is that this is actually on a lower overall. So it's not good that I can't shoot, because this is on, like, I don't know, rookie, pro maybe, and I still can't shoot. We're up 19-16 right now, just kind of mashing down there, getting a little busy. Like I said, we're just playing a little dirty ball down there. We actually get a dub 21-16 and get 350 VC. So we will definitely take a dub and some nice easy VC. Going down there for another nice easy dunk in our next game. Just trying to get some dubs. Silent here. I think we ended up running a couple dubs with these guys because we kind of had 2 bigs, me at 6'11", and I think this guy was like 7 foot or something like that. So we went on a little bit of a streak. As you see, 20-11. He dunks that one down and we win yet another game. So you know that's going to be another 301 VC in the bank. And after a couple games on the casual court, we did win a game in the theater. So we got another daily challenge done. That's another 500 VC. I tried to go and play some ones, but unfortunately, this was back when 2K was having some issues with the ones court. So unfortunately, we did have to go back to the casual court and just try and get as many wins as possible. Try and get our teammate grade up. That's the main thing. It's not really, it's about winning for sure, but mainly is just getting our teammate grade up so we can get as much my points in VC as possible. Getting a nice little block right there. I think that might be the first block of Slim Durantula's career. So a big moment. Also getting the paint stop. So we're looking good right here. Getting some stops on defense, grabbing rebounds on offense, putting that one back in. 2 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists at this point in the game. 12-10, trying to get a stop. And like I said, in this casual court, there's some crazy stuff that goes on. Get the steal right there, going all the way and getting the dunk. So hey, not looking too bad right there. 20-17 at this point. A crazy layup that he somehow greens, and we walk away with the dub. Probably the best game of the career right there so far. 332 VC with a good amount of my points in the EC. We're just out here grinding right now. These guys actually ended up helping out a bunch. We ran up a little bit of a streak, and that's what I was talking about. If you can find some decent players, especially on a 60 overall, you find some decent teammates, you're gonna go streaking. Getting another steal, switching over to my boy in the yellow, and he knocks that one down. 2 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal. Not doing too much scoring, but grabbing that little trash board right there, cleaning up the mess down low, getting another win, 21-4. And now we're moving a little bit, getting almost 400 VC. And like I said, we ended up going on a little bit of a streak with those guys that I found. So we got 140 VC here, 140 VC there, and we're racking it up slowly but surely, getting the VC that we needed to get to at least 61 overall. We can't be on 60 overall forever. So we get another dub, another 357 VC. And after those couple of games, finally we have about 4,400 VC so that we can upgrade our 3-point shot all the way up to a 75. So that's going to help out a ton. You've already seen we can finish around the rim with the finishing stats that were provided on this build. So this 75 three-point shot is going to help out a ton. And that's going to conclude day 1 of this challenge. So to start off day 2 on the account, we got to hit a little bit of a team-mote here, get a free 500 VC. I'm loving these daily challenges so far. Just doing a nice little dance and getting some free VC. I can't really think of anything better than that. So now we're gonna head into the jump shot creator with our new 75 three-point shot. I ended up putting on LaMarcus Aldridge and Baluba, 2 solid releases, and you can also see the playmaking moves I was rocking so far. But all of those animations will obviously change once we unlock a bunch more attributes. But now it's time to hop into the theater once again. I didn't really have anybody online to play with, and I didn't really want to ask anybody to play with a 61 overall. So here we are in the theater again, switching it up a little bit though, this time with the 2v2 core. And as you can see, the new jump shot with a 75 three-pointer is already looking so much better. We get our first green, a nice easy layup. Now we're snagging boards, just hoping this guy can get some buckets for us. Wide open for 3. They don't know about the new jump shot. Kevin Durant just unlocked a new jump shot, and now we're 2 for 2 already. Feeling ourselves a little bit, having them jump, and we're starting to hoop. A 61 overall, looking nice. Do end up missing that jump shot right there, but it's all good. Our teammate grabs the rebound, kicks his bat out to us for 3, and we are hooping right now. 13 points, 15 points at this point in the game. Our teammate knocks that one down, 22-13. Easily the best game of KD's career so far. 400 VC. We will take that every single time. Unfortunately, we didn't get to stay with that guy as our teammate, so we're switching it up here with Rex a lot. But hey, if they're leaving us wide open, they don't know. The 61 overall, okay, never mind. That was a late release. That wasn't really my fault. And if you haven't really noticed, I will be rhythm shooting throughout this entire video. I wasn't really much of a button shooter last year, and this year rhythm shooting is even better. So obviously we had to come out here and rhythm shoot on Slim Durantula as well. Kind of hooping right now, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, going down there and getting the nice easy dunk. 5 for 7 from the field, 2 for 4 from 3. Not bad at all. Getting 4,400 my points and almost 400 VC. That's kind of the goal, getting around 350 to 400 VC without any crew bonus. You'll see just how much we get from the crew bonus later down the line. But when I'm just playing with randoms, my goal is to just get a high teammate grade, knock down some 3-point shots, and get some VC. That's really it. We're out here missing yet again, unfortunately though, but we really weren't playing any competition. I think I ended up going on a little bit of a streak with this Rexalot guy, because like I was talking about earlier, all of these, you know, random game modes, this isn't even a random court technically. Look at that shot right there though. KD's hooping, 17 points. I was trying to hype up my teammate. Okay, I was gonna start hyping up myself, but then we miss a wide open shot and then leave them wide open for 3. And of course they're gonna knock that one down. But like I was saying, in these random game modes, it's really just about your teammate. As you see, I was hyping him up and then he makes that mistake right there and we lost. So it's really just about the teammate that you get. As for me, I feel like I'm a pretty high IQ individual when it comes to 2K. So I'm just really looking for someone who knows what they're doing just a little bit. We're going up against 70 to 75 overalls. I can knock down a wide open jump shot now. So all I need you to do as my teammate is just give me the ball. If I'm wide open, I'll hit you if you're wide open, and we can go on a little bit of a streak. You see LD Frog, he's understanding it a little bit. He's getting what I'm saying, 22-7, a nice easy dub. We get 434 VC. That is amazing, amazing progress, especially on the 2v2 court. But unfortunately, not every game was as good as that last one. As you see, we end up playing some tryhards. I don't know how we were playing against a starter one at a 61 overall brown plaque, but hey, I'm not going to complain about it too much. You know, you got to play the schedule in front of you, as they say, and that schedule was getting a little tough for Slim Durantula, as we would catch a couple of L's out here in the theater on the 2s, and it wasn't looking great. You see Louisiana here shooting up a questionable shot, to say the least, but we're getting the steal, saving it from going out of bounds and going to the corner. He hits us and we knock it down. Probably the best highlight of the video so far. Louisiana's wide open, and finally he knocks that one down. Like I said, if you're open, I'm gonna hit you, and as long as you hit me when I'm open, we can win some games. 23 to 11, 3 for 3 from the field, a great overall game, getting 430 VC. And after that great game and a couple of twos losses here and there, we end up getting 4,200 VC, and you know we're going straight for that 3-point shot yet again, getting that up to an 83 overall and getting to 62 overall. So Kevin Durant is improving slowly but surely here, trying to go back and play some more ones because I was getting tired of the twos, and it actually works. I was pretty surprised because, like I said, this was back in the ones court, really wasn't working that well. So now we get to see a little bit more of a raw version of Kevin Durant. No hiding anymore. It's just 1v1. But if they're going to leave me wide open for three, you know, I just upgraded my 3-point shot. I don't think they realize that. We're at an 83-3 now. So I was already sparking with a 75. You know, the 83 is going to go even crazier. CBG Zeke here. He's not looking the greatest. He can't shoot like Slim Durantula. So now we got to come back. He's going to leave us wide open. We're going to pop it. You know, sometimes I speak a little bit too soon. We end up missing that one, but it's all good. He ended up letting us shoot pretty much the entire game. Just practicing our jump shot was pretty much what this was. And this was actually really good because I was able to get some of my hot zones from this guy just letting me shoot over and over again. And a couple times in the ones court, they would just let me shoot. I guess because I was a 62 overall. They didn't really believe in my ability to shoot, which is fine by me because we could just go ahead and show them. But unfortunately, not every game was as easy as the last, as we are somehow playing a starter for, I guess this guy, this is what he does. He just makes a low overall build and plays low overall people, which it's kind of scummy, but I get it. Hey, everybody's got to grind their reps somehow. So this was going to be a tough game. Starter 4, this was back in the middle of season 1-ish. So starter 4 was a pretty high rep at this point. Right now it's not, but starter 4 was a pretty high rep. So this guy had obviously played the game a ton and he knew what he was doing. He's on a 7-4 build, just shooting over, and it's whatever. I'm trying my best, and there just really wasn't much I could do. And with that, I decided to call it for the day. The ones court, it was all right, but after this, I think we're gonna go back to the twos or maybe the threes. And to start off day 3, that is exactly what I did. Instead of the threes, I decided to head back to the twos. I felt like I had a little bit more luck on the twos court rather than the threes, but unfortunately, I was proven wrong in the first game that we played. You see these guys are just sparking right now. I have an AI teammate. Luckily, I ended up knocking down a 3, but it was simply just not a good start to the day. We're struggling a little bit out here, getting some struggle buckets, but hey, you know, Slim Durantula's not going to give up. He's a 62 overall, trying to get some buckets, kind of cooking my ran right now. We actually ended up coming back 10-9, straight cooking them again to the rim, but unfortunately, we did have an AI teammate who was just not doing good, and this guy was probably 7-4, just again shooting over everybody, and we end up losing that one. Unfortunately, showed a good amount of fight, 200 VC, so I guess we'll take what we can get. Still out here just grinding on the twos court, looking for a good teammate just to go on, like, you know, a 3, 4, maybe 5 game streak with, just string together some dubs. That's all I'm looking for, but it was just not going well. We're playing the Doobie Brothers, or I don't even know who we're playing right here. They're all dressed in blue, so obviously they're a squad. Me and this guy are randoms, so it's just not going to be a good result. Another 200 VC. So since the twos wasn't working out, it was back to the ones. I really didn't want to play any more threes on the casual court, so it was the ones court. Until we start finding some teammates to play with, we're just gonna have to find ways to get wins and find ways to get VC on our own, which is also a part of the challenge that I enjoy, especially at the beginning. If you just go out there and play 3v3 Pro-Am every single time and have people carry you, it could be an easy challenge. But I think this is realistic, going out there by myself, at least the beginning part of this challenge, and get some wins. It's not gonna be easy, but we gotta try and get it done. We're missing wide open layups, but we're gonna come back and knock down a 3, 20-17 at this point. But unfortunately, Pickle Formula would game it right in my face, and we end up losing another one, 23-17. We even got Pickle Formula talking trash to me in game chat. So hey, we're on a little bit of a struggle bus to start day 3 of the 60-99 overall, but hey, it has to turn around at some point, right? We got to start knocking down some shots, try and get into a little bit of a rhythm, get into the rim right there, tying that one up 7-7. Now this was also losers out. If you haven't noticed, once they score, or once I score, the other opposing person gets the ball. So it actually kind of made it a little bit more difficult because I got no defense right now. And if I don't score every single possession, this guy probably is. You see, we're stripping that one away right there, trying to get the steal, pick it up at the half-court line somehow, and pull up the shot right there. 4% covered, knocking that one down. And now we got to try and play some D. We have little to no defensive attributes whatsoever, but he takes a very questionable shot. And luckily in this year's game in the 1v1 court, if you don't know, somehow once they miss the shot, you automatically just get the ball. We step back for 3, knock that one down. So a great dub. That is exactly what we needed. Almost 400 VC. That was a good confidence booster type of game. And after that, we actually did end up getting enough VC to go ahead and upgrade our build to a 63 overall and getting that 3-point rating up to an 87. Now, the reason I wanted to get that to an 87 as soon as possible is so that I can unlock Michael Porter Jr. base. Jonathan Isaac was solid, but this Michael Porter Jr. is just different. We can't quite get Kevin Durant just yet, but we'll get that later down the line. And I know I was literally just saying it's part of the grind to, you know, work on it by yourself, grind out these games. But I had had enough, honestly, of the ones court and the randoms court. So it was time to hop out here into a little bit of 3v3 Pro-Am. Not anything too crazy. We're not going to play, you know, 20 games straight of this. But just to get the VC up a little bit, we got the Houston Rockets court out here with Breeze and Flawless. These guys were helping me out to start out, so I do appreciate them. And we're just out here trying to get some dubs. You know, we're on a 63 overall, so we can't really do too much right now. Just got to kind of play our role, hitting them with a little pick and pop right here, 19-11, and knocking down that fading shot. That was the only shot we made the entire game, but hey, we'll take it. Not much we can really do on a 63 overall. Breeze is kind of carrying right now, but you'll see just right here how much VC we get with the crew bonus. Almost 800 VC for just a measly little Pro-Am game. So like I said, if you really wanted to get a 60-99 overall done as quickly as possible, you could just play probably 100 3v3 Pro-Am games, 150, just get carried. But what's the fun in that? We're not going to be doing that in this video. We're just going to be playing it here and there when we need some quick, easy VC, especially at the beginning. I mean, we gotta get this player up at some point, or we're just going to be at a 63 overall forever. See, leaving us wide open in the corner, and that was kind of just my role. I'm at a 63 overall. We're just trying to, you know, knock down some threes, play some defense where we can. And this was one problem. Even though I'm 6'11", I didn't have any rebounding upgraded yet. So we're definitely playing a little bit of a small ball lineup here. But like I mentioned previously, one thing I did really enjoy about playing on this build is that it is 6'11". So once we get that rebounding upgraded a little bit, we're going to be able to snag rebounds like that and not get horsed over. But, you know, in these 3v3 Pro-Am games, we're just worried about scoring. You know, getting stops is secondary. As long as Breeze is out there scoring, all we really got to do is get a couple of stops and we're going to get the dub. You see, Breeze is just doing it all right now. He's grabbing the rebound, going coast to coast, finishing that game off. And we end up winning 21-12. Only 3 points again for KD, but hey, 685 VC for not really doing too much. We'll take that every single time. And now we're just, like I said, running through this Pro-Am. We're 2-0 right now. And let me know what you think about the court. I think I kind of cooked with the Houston Rockets court. Not so much the jerseys as I knocked down that wide open 3. The Michael Porter Jr. base is feeling nice right now. Knocking down yet another one right there. Got 6 points so far. And I think the jerseys definitely needed some work at this point. I kind of just threw something together because these guys were on and wanted to run, and I didn't really have time to customize the jerseys. But we're knocking down yet another corner 3. We're really loving the corners right now. Just knocking down nice, easy jump shots. Hit me on the fast break. Trying to go up with the layup for the win. Miss it, unfortunately. So now it's 20-16. We got to try and get another stop. They shoot up another questionable shot, and, you know, Breeze is grabbing that rebound, heading down all the way, and he's going to finish that one off yet again. But hey, we're improving. 3 points the first couple of games. With that one, 3 for 3, 9 points, almost 800 VC. We're looking a lot better. And like I said, later down the line, I will be upgrading the jerseys. So right now, they're not looking great. Just got some generic red and white jerseys for Kevin Durant on the Rockets. I almost went with him on the Thunder, but if I would have done that, I probably would have made the build like 6'9" and made like maybe a prime Kevin Durant. This is current Kevin Durant, 6'11", you know, knockdown shooter. Maybe not as quick and athletic as he once was, but a complete knockdown shooter and kind of just an overall great player. That's really what I was looking for in this build. And so far, it's looking good. Breeze is finishing off again, yet another dub for us. Only 3 points, but we ended up hitting rookie free. So hey, we'll take that, getting a nice easy little reward right there of 30 Gatorade boost and 60 skill game boost, which is actually going to be a big help. Obviously, since we're doing a no money spent 60.99, I'm not spending any VC on anything other than upgrades. We're not spending any VC on clothes, shoes, boost, anything. It's going all to the attributes. So anytime we get some free boost or free Gatorade, it's going to be a big bonus. Unfortunately, you see right here, we are down 19-11 in this game. Flawless shoots that one up and he ends up missing it. So we got to try and get a stop, try and get back into this game. But unfortunately, not every Pro-Am game was as lazy as the last couple. But even when we lose 500 VC for a loss in a 3v3 Pro-Am game, I'll take that. Unfortunately, the boys did have to get off, so it was back to the ones court for us. Slim Durantula, but hey, you know, we got a little bit more confidence now. We've been seeing the ball go through the net a little bit more. We're starting to get our hot zones around the court, so shots are getting a little bit easier. The moves are getting a little bit more familiar, and we're knocking down shots with our newly found Michael Porter Jr. jump shot. 9 for 13 right there, 3 for 6 from 3, 300 VC. Hey, that's not bad at all. So after a couple of ones games, we actually did end up getting enough VC, 4,800 to be exact, to max out that 3 ball at an 89 for now. And then we also are starting to upgrade our speed with ball so that we can start moving around a little bit better with our dribble moves. So now we are on day 4 on the no money spent account. We ended up getting one of the daily challenges, I think maybe last night, before we ended up getting off. But hey, we start off today with 2,500 VC on the wheel, and I decided to call up the boys again. I was getting too much VC last night. We had to come out here on the Pro-Am yet again and just get some more free VC so that we can go out when the boys are not on and actually be able to play and have some entertaining gameplay, so we're not just stuck at a 64 overall for the rest of time. So we're out here trying to hoop a little bit. Flawless hits me right there and I knock down the 3. 11-6 at this point in the game. Hit the nice little pick and pop, knocking that one down, and we were cruising along here in the first Pro-Am game of the day. Unfortunately missed that, but I get a little 2 for $1 here from Flawless, and we end up knocking that one down, winning the first Pro-Am game of the day. 22-10, reach another attribute cap, and we are now at an 89 overall max potential, getting almost 1,000 VC just for that one game. So that's amazing progress. Another reason why I love coming out here, playing a little 3v3 Pro-Am, you just get amazing progress for everything. You get great my points, you get great VC. For a no money spent player, Pro-Am is definitely one of the best modes to play. But like I said, we're not going to spam it. We're not going to play a bunch of Pro-Am games. We're just going to play it here and there when we got the boys online and when we need some quick, easy VC. Pro-Am is definitely the way to go. As you see, we're just cruising through these games right now. Another easy dub, 21-9, racking up another 912 VC with that crew bonus. The crew bonus, I'm loving it so far. We haven't really experienced it too much because I've been playing with randoms so far to start this video, but that crew bonus just hits different, especially when I get player of the game. You know, obviously later down the line in the video, we're going to be getting a bunch of player of the games once we're able to handle the ball a little bit more, where our role is not just to, you know, spot up and shoot threes over and over. Once we get some player of the games, the amount of VC you get when you get a player of the game in Pro-Am with the crew bonus, it's ridiculous. It's almost not even fair for a 60-99 video, but hey, I'm not complaining. We're just going to keep knocking down threes, and we might actually get a player of the game right here. We got 13 points, 4 rebound, 1 assist, trying to get a little ISO going. He's not allowing it, so Bree's going to hit me back with the nice little quick pass, and we knocked that one down. That's 15 points. I think that's going to be our first player of the game, and it is an extra 250 VC, and look how much I get with the crew bonus right here. 1,600 VC for one 3v3 Pro-Am game that maybe lasted 5-10 minutes. That's easily one of the best ways to make VC in this game, especially if you're only playing online like I am for this video. If you're not playing any offline game whatsoever, this has to be one of the best VC methods in the entire game, which is why as a 64 overall, we're just living in this 3v3 pro-am right now, trying to get buckets. 5 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. They're just leaving me wide open, and you know I'm gonna knock that one down. 15-6. We're still just cruising through these games. I got my takeover. I only have, I think, like a default takeover on right now. So obviously once we unlock more takeovers, we'll actually have a takeover ability. But for now, that's another player of the game. And you know what that means? Another 1,500 VC along with 5,600 my points. I mean, it really just doesn't get any better than that, especially when you're playing teams that are 6 and 13. These are games where I gotta eat. I gotta try and get mine. 3 points right there coming down again. We're up 3-2. We're just living in the pick and pop right now. They're not even guarding it. The center's just sitting in the paint. So I'm just going to spark it every single time. I might be a 64 overall, but we got that 89 3 ball, and we are sparking right now 3 in a row. These guys actually kind of kept it close. Breeze tips that one away, and we get the steal. So, you know, I'm going to give it to him, let him get a little bucket. I'm not trying to do anything crazy out here. We still got to try and get the team a win. I'm not trying to sacrifice my stats for a team win. You see they leave Flawless wide open in the corner, so you know I got to hit him, and that's going to be another nice easy dub for the boys there. 21-15, only 1,000 VC, but when you're only saying 1,000 VC, you know that's a good method when I say only 1,000 VC. So we ended up playing a couple more pro-am games here and there. We got another player of the game, shot 4 for 4, and we were just cruising along here in 3v3 pro-am, getting a bunch of VC, getting a bunch of my points as well. And after that little pro-am session, we are all the way up to 12,000 VC. So that's going to be a couple of upgrades. Obviously, we were working on that speed with ball, so we're going to go ahead and upgrade that all the way up to a 68, maxing that out. That's going to help out a ton, especially when we're trying to dribble. And then I went, hey, let's go ahead and max out all of the playmaking that we can right now, getting our ball handle all the way up to a 75. So just like that, we are at a 67 overall. And I also realized up until this point, I didn't even have any like rim grazers or anything. So we went ahead and threw some dunks on there. They were free, so we always enjoyed that. And now it was time to head to the park for the very first time. Unfortunately, Breeze and Flawless did have to get off. So I said, let's switch it up a little bit, get out of the pro-am scenery, and head to the park for the very first time in this video. Now we're hooping with the homies Ben and Finished. So we're gonna come out here and see what we can do on the 67 overall. Obviously, we still got that jump shot. Shooting is gonna be even better here in the park because it's on a lower difficulty than pro-am. I was already sparking in the pro-am, so on the park, you know, it's going to be more of the same, if not better. You see Ben's cooking up right now. He sees me over in the corner, a nice little dot, and that's going to put the game at 9-9. A little bit later down the line in this game, it would be a close one, 19-17. Unfortunately, we did get a turnover right there, kind of my fault, and we end up losing our first park game, unfortunately, but it's all good. You know, we got our set sauce specialist all the way up to silver. I haven't even mentioned that yet, so that's actually pretty key. That's going to help the build out a ton. Set shot specialist is one of the best badges, if not the best shooting badge in the entire game. So having that is going to be a big help. As you can see in this game right here, 8-8. Ben hits me with a nice little flashy pass, knocking that one down. A little bit later in the game, we're up 14-8, snagging that rebound out on the break. KD hit the nice little extra pass, unselfish play. That's what we're all about here, just trying to get dubs. You see that he's trying to shoot that one up, misses again. Ben's actually snagging on his build right now. I believe he was on like a 6'8", 6'9" type of build. So we have a nice little lineup right here, pretty tall as well. Hit finish on the back door right there, and just like that, we got our first park dub. Not really much from KD, only 2 points, but again, we get that set shot specialist up almost to gold now, and 350 VC, so we can't complain about that. Only shooting 28% in the park right now, so you know we got to get that up. That's just completely unacceptable. 28% is not going to cut it. I think that also includes the theater where I was bricking a ton at the very beginning when I was a 60. So we got to come out here on the park, easy sliders, easy jump shots. We got to knock them down. We're killing these guys right now, 20-4. Ben with the unselfish play hits me in the corner, and that's going to be the 9th point of the game for KD, and another dub for the boys as we get 346 BC. Just moving along here, trying to streak up in the park. Obviously, we're only a 67 overall, so there's going to be games where things don't go very well, but as long as they're leaving me wide open in the corner, I got to take advantage of that. Also snag rebounds when I can. Just kind of play my role. I think at this point, Ben actually switched over to a smaller build. So now we got a little bit of a smaller lineup, but we can still kind of run that ISO ball and cook up and do our thing. We're up 16-14 at this point in the game. Finish is going to go ahead, hit me with the nice little extra. Again, leaving me wide open in the corner. I just wouldn't recommend it. 6 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists in this one. You see, he hits a tough shot. I mean, 12%. I just don't have the perimeter to be able to get that. And you see, he does get the contest on me. Not a great shot from Slim. Bait him though, trying to get this stop. He's just pump faking. 7-4. What are you gonna do? I mean, shot 2 for 5. Like I said, not every game is gonna be as clean as all of them can be. 224 VC, but it's all good. We're getting that 3-point percentage up right now. That's really what I'm working on. 40% from 3. We got to get that out. We got to shoot 60-70% by the end of this video. That is my goal. Nice easy top of the key 3 right there, knocking that one down. 9-6. Now Ben's trying to cook up, and again they just leave me wide open in the corner for 3. I don't know why, but they just don't believe in the 67 overall Slim Durantula. If I saw a 67 overall shooting 40%, I probably would also leave him open. So they were probably surprised that I'm shooting 3 for 3 out here, green and everything. But hey, I'm not going to complain about it. Another game, another dub, 348 VC, and we would end up playing a couple more games, streaking up a little bit with Ben and Finish, winning a couple more park games, getting that set shot specialist all the way up to gold. And while we were on the spot waiting for our next game, I was also answering questions for 2K TV, and I ended up getting enough VC to upgrade to a 68 overall, upgrading our block to a 59, getting us to 68 overall. So we're kind of just doing it all out here, answering questions, winning VC, winning park games, getting VC, just doing all that we can to try and get these games done. Obviously, we didn't win every single game. Couple wins, couple losses here and there, but we did end up going on a 6-game streak. As you see, we're playing these guys right here, trying to get another dub, handing that one off, getting a nice easy dunk, and we're just cruising through. 5-3 at this point. Wide open in the corner again. I don't even have to say it. You already know what that is. Ben's cooking up right here. 8-3, trying to do what he can. Again, wide open in the corner. I just don't get it. They're leaving me wide open every single time. They see me before the game when they're on the spot shooting wide open. They just don't believe in Kevin Durant, and that's fine with me. 11 points, 100% from the field right now. I'm trying to cook up a little bit, get a little ISO. Not quite there just yet, but hey, we're trying. A little behind the back, snatch behind the back again, getting to the rim. They all collapse. Don't want to see Kevin Durant succeed. So we kick it out to Finish for the nice easy 3. Another 7-game win streak right here. 393 VC. Like I said, we go on a little bit more of a streak, winning even more games. 300 VC pretty much every single time, just moving along. And as you can see at the end, unfortunately, we can't win them all. It's 19-10 at this point, going for the nice easy lay. And now we got to try and get a stop. The win streak is on the line. We got the fireball. 10-game streak. We got to try and get a stop to preserve the streak, make the comeback of a lifetime right here. Unfortunately, Fade Silk is kind of cooking me. He's doing his thing. I jump for no reason and leave him wide open for 3, but he misses. But we can't get the board. We just don't have the attributes yet to compete with a lineup like that, unfortunately. So the win streak did come to an end, but it was overall a very successful streak. We got a bunch of VC, badge progress, even some rep as we're almost rookie 4. But before we get off for the day, I had some daily challenges I had to complete that involved the Gatorade court. So I thought, hey, let's see what I can do with some randoms on the Gatorade court. I think I only needed to score like 5 points in a Gatorade facility game, so nice. It really wasn't anything too crazy. As you see, we're up 12-2. Luckily, the team that we played against was not the greatest, so we were able to just shoot wide open 3s and get this challenge done pretty quickly. 17-5 at this point. I'm passing it down to my teammate, and I'm just wide open. My guy's not even playing. I don't know what he's doing. He's also not just giving me the ball when I'm wide open. Finally, I get it. Another corner 3, knocking that one down. 20-5. I mean, it's a blowout. We absolutely demolished them, and just like that, we finished that one off. 392 VC in the account, and now we're walking out of there. As you see, we completed our 2 daily challenges, and with the 1000 VC we got from those quests, it was time for another upgrade, upgrading our speed to a 79, getting our defensive rebound to a 74, and now we are at a 70 overall to end day 4. Now to start off day 5, it was time to head to the Art of Shooting gym for the very first time, and we should only have to do this once or twice because it lasts for 3 weeks. And by the end of 3 weeks, we should be very close to finishing this challenge. So we went ahead and got all of our lethal zones at the top. Like I said, throughout the video so far, we've been passively working on our hot zones since we've been shooting so well. And now, for the first time, it's time to head to the random wreck. We had to hit up the wreck. It's a very key part of any 60 to 99. You got to get some wreck in there. It just has to be done, especially when I don't have any teammates on. Wreck is not a bad method. It can be very bad if you get bad teammates, but hey, you guys should know, if you've ever watched 2K before, how the random wreck works. You basically just hop on here with some random teammates, and the other team is randoms as well, and you just hope and pray. Like, that's pretty much all you can do. You got to pray the other team is very bad, or just hope you got some decent teammates on your team. And you see in this first game, we're not really doing too much here in the second half. Only 6 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. My main goal is just get as many stats as possible, whether that's points, rebounds, assists, steals. I just kind of got to do what I can, play my role. It's random wreck. I'm a 70 overall. I'm not going to get the ball a ton, but when I do, I got to knock down my shots so that they hit me back. Currently at 9 points, make that 12 points on the game, 100% from 3, and we end up taking the dub here in our first random wreck game. A- grade, 12 points, couple assists, couple rebounds. Can't really complain about that too much. I did my role and we got the win, which is all we really care about in the end. 900 VC for that wreck game. So I was feeling pretty good hopping into another game right here. My guy's just flopping, leaving me wide open in the corner. That's just random wreck for you. And this is another good play right here. This guy sees me wide open in the corner. He hits me. I laid it, unfortunately, though. Grab my own rebound, put that one up, and knock it down. Moving pretty good for just a 70 overall. I will say so myself. I think that speed with ball that we ended up maxing out is going to help out a ton, especially here at the lower overalls. Having that offensive ability is just going to help out a ton. Getting a nice easy layup right there here in the fourth quarter. This was another blowout win. I get a couple of garbage time buckets, putting our total up to 14. And right here, as you can see, 109 to 66. It was an easy dub for Slim Durantula and the boys here in a random wreck. On a little bit of a streak, a 2-game streak, 922 VC, and we do
this is amazing. I've never had a random wreck team.
I can't
like
remember
this
exactly
before.
what you get from Rookie 4, but you'll see right here, it's not anything crazy. Take off your shirt, get some extra lights or something. Not anything crazy. We don't get any boost or anything like that. So we kept with the same squad, seeing if we can get a third win in a row. Getting that block right there, throwing it down after the rebound, and our teammate ends up getting the nice easy dunk. And I really can't complain about this team. I didn't get the ball a ton, but I'm also on a 70 overall, so they probably didn't trust me that much, but I feel like they should. I'm making all of my wide open shots, shooting 60% at that point in the game here in the third corner. Another wide open corner 3 shot. You already know that's going in. We got our hydration performance takeover. I think it's called hydration, which basically just gives you unlimited stamina, which was a pretty nice one to have. A nice pass right there. Nice high IQ play by Slim Durantula. Wide open again. I don't know what's going on, but you know I'm knocking that one down. But this hydration takeover was pretty nice, especially at a 70 overall. I didn't really have access to the takeover I wanted. That one is coming soon after we get a cap breaker. You have to wait and see which takeover that's going to be. It's going to completely change the way this build plays. But for now, we're rocking that hydration, getting a steal right there, throwing it up, getting another assist at the end of the game. And that's going to be another random wreck dub. 1,000 VC, 23,000 my points. Pretty solid, but we're going to be playing a ton of wreck to get my points, VC, everything. So for now, let's go ahead and head into the event center for the very first time. We got the deep end event going on. I got some VC rewards that we can get. They're pretty lofty goals. I will say you got to play a ton of games to get like the 10,000, 25,000 VC. So we're just going to come out here and see what we can do. At the end of the day, as long as we're playing the game and getting VC, we're getting this challenge done. So that's really all I'm worried about. These guys were already playing before I got on, and they kind of already had a strategy. So my role here is kind of just to sit in the corner and let them ISO. Humble Tie is going to knock that one down for the 4-point shot. If you're not familiar with this deep end event, basically there's 4-point shots instead of 3-point shots. So my role was kind of just stand in the corner and space the floor and allow these guys who are actually trying to win a bunch of games in this event, just allow them to do their thing. You see I'm knocking down this 3. Well, I guess technically in this it's a 2. It's kind of weird because it counts as a 3 in the box score, but in the event it counts as a 2. So I think because I had a high 3 ball, I was able to just basically shoot these what would normally be considered corner 3 shots, but in this event they're just, you know, long 2s. But either way, we're knocking it down, getting dubs, helping these guys out, and we're getting some VC as well, so we can't really complain. Get another dub right there after Mario knocks down that tough little fadeaway. And we're getting 522 VC a game because these guys were all in the same crew as me. So you see, I only have 11,000
yeah, I don't know if
750,000. You have to get 250,000 to get 5,000
either him or
VC. So
Jensen.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get that done, but even if we don't, again, this is a cool little environment for us to play in for the 60 to 99, and we're getting buckets, getting nice, easy shots, working on our jump shot. We already have our lethals and everything, so we're not really working on any hot zones. We're just kind of out here hooping, vibing, letting these guys do their thing. Mario's shooting up crazy 4-point shots from everywhere, and we're just getting nice, easy dubs. As you see right here, Ty's going to go ahead and end that one. Only 4 points, but like I said, my role in these games was to not score. I was literally in here for simply getting VC. Even if I only score 2 to 3 points a game, I'm getting, you know, 400, 500 VC. That's really, really good and really worth my time. And all of these games were relatively easy. As you see in this one right here, only 16 to 8. Don't have any points, but we get the steal, get the ball in the corner, and hit Mikey out there for the nice, easy long 2. 0 points, only 2 assists in this game, a B- grade. But like I said, we're not really worried about scoring the ball too much. We're just trying to help these guys out. I don't know if any of them were actually going for what kind of awards they were going for, if they were going for the really high ones. I know they'd been streaking for a while. When I hopped on, they needed a 4th. So I was out here, just like I said, playing my role, doing my thing, getting 400, 500 VC a game, just doing what I can to come out here and help these guys get some dubs. And when they leave me wide open in the corner, I'm going to do my job and knock down my shot. As you can see in this game right here, 10 to 4, Mario's throwing it down to me. Another nice, easy bucket. We would end up winning that game along with a couple more games. 522 VC in that game. We'd end up going on and playing a bunch of games in this deep end event, but honestly they weren't really anything too crazy. You saw the extent of what the gameplay looked like in those games, just shooting wide open shots, cherry picking when I can, and we ended up getting to around 90,000 score. And I was like, yeah, that's enough of the deep end event. We ended up stacking a good amount of VC though, 11,830 VC to be exact, maxing out our defensive rebound and also getting our agility up as well. And with the extra VC I had left over, I decided it was time to splurge a little bit on some animations. We got pretty much all Kevin Durant drill moves, so now we're going to be able to move a little bit better on offense when we're dribbling around, now that we actually have some customized playmaking moves. But that's going to pretty much wrap up day 5. Let's go ahead and hop into day 6. So to start off day 6, obviously had to hit up the daily rewards. Unfortunately, we only get 10 block boosts, so not anything too crazy. And I saw it was a new week, so they had 2v2 quick games in the theater. So I was licking my chops thinking this was about to be free VC if I just find a decent teammate. But unfortunately, since I'm a 71 overall gold plaque, I sat here for probably about 5 to 10 minutes and didn't find anything. Which it was kind of annoying. As a 71 overall gold plaque, like, I just can't find any games. I feel like that's a little bit flawed, but hey, I guess that's what random rec is for. So we're out here in the random rec hoping for some more luck, just praying we get some good teammates. And unfortunately, as you can see from that first shot, it appears unfortunately that things were not going to go as smoothly as they did yesterday in the random rec, but I guess that just comes with the territory. Some days in these games you're going to get really good teammates, and other days you're just going to get very, very unlucky. We're down 36 to 18 at this point. I haven't even touched the ball. Finally, we get the ball and shoot that one up, get our first 3-pointer of the game. They would finally start feeding Slim Durantula a little bit after they realized I can actually shoot the ball and score, unlike some of the other people on our team. We're down 40 to 24. I'm just getting left wide open. That's the moral of the story so far in this challenge. They just don't believe in Slim Durantula. And at this point, I think like half of our team quit. So at least, hey, I'm going to get some my points in this game. We might not get the win, but I'm definitely going to come away with something, trying to get at least a couple points. We have 12 right now. Our AIs are just doing whatever. They hit me wide open in the corner yet again. Knocked that one down. Down by 20 at this point, trying to cook up with our newfound dribble moves, cooking this guy up a little bit behind the back, getting to the rim, hitting the AI for the nice, easy assist right there. So, hey, our stats aren't looking too bad. 15 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists. We have 2 turnovers, but I mean, it's also 2 on 5 right now. We got a bunch of AIs shooting that limitless range shot. Only have bronze limitless right now, so that was a pretty deep shot for KD. We are up to 23 points at this point in the game, mainly because I was just calling for the ball from the AI, and this guy couldn't guard me. He was shooting. Well, I say he can't guard me as I missed that wide open 3, but it's all good. We're down 90 to 70. We can't really expect too much. I'm getting left open. At least I'm getting some my points here and there. And obviously we would end up losing this random rec game. 26 points though. I think that might be a career high in the random rec, but we end up losing by 18. So I guess it really wasn't that big of a win for Slim Durantula, unfortunately. But like I said, at least we got some good my points, 13K, but only 731 VC, which is just simply not gonna cut it. So I decided to cut my losses. The random rec was not giving off good vibes today. So let's go ahead and hit up the ones. After we lost that game, we're back down to silver plaque. So maybe we can get some nice easy games on the ones. And then hopefully I can find a 2s teammate to get that 2v2 quick game going, because those games are 2-11 and they're going to go very, very quickly. But right now, we're going to focus on the ones, work on our dribble moves a little bit. We did just get all of those brand new dribble moves. So you're going to see Kevin Durant start to move a little bit different, move a little bit quicker in these ones game. We're up 13 to 3 right now. Kind of cooking this guy with the behind the back, snatching back, had the 3 right there, decide not to take it and go in for the nice easy layup instead. But we got to be confident, got to shoot those shots, especially now that we have dribble moves and we can play some interior defense. Don't have any defense upgraded just yet, but we're able to come out here and get stops and knock down the wide open 3. And that was a nice smooth little game, a nice recovery from that random rec game, and we get about half of the VC in that ones game that we got from the rec. So I was like, okay, let's stay in the ones a little bit and see what we can do. Unfortunately, since I was 6'11", this was one downside to go in 6'11" instead of, you know, 6'10" or 6'9". If I was at small forward, I probably would have got matched up with smaller players. But since I'm 6'11", the ones is going to be a little tough because we're playing up against these 7'4" guys that are just going to shoot over poor Kevin Durant without any defense. You see this guy's working in the paint, trying my best, getting the block right there, actually playing some solid defense. And now we just can't give him the ball back. This isn't the ones anymore where it's losers out. You get the ball back every single time. This is winners out. So we got to just try and score. Nice little between the legs move right there. Now we're up 20 to 10. Just need one more bucket, just leaving us wide open. So obviously we're going to go ahead and take that and get the nice easy dub. Getting a good amount of badge progress. We also need to get that shifty shooter up a lot, because I think that goes up to at least Hall of Fame. Maybe with a max +1 or a max +2 we can get it to legend, but obviously that's going to be a little bit later down the line once we get that shifty shooter maxed out. So that's kind of what I was working on here, trying to get my shifty shooter upgraded. Since we're moving a lot with the ball, we're not on any team, that shifty shooter is going to activate a ton. And also we can start getting some of our dribbling badges as well now that we've had that maxed out ball handle and maxed out speed with ball. See, this guy's playing some good defense. He actually kind of knew what he was doing. Up 14 to 4 at this point, but you see Slim Durantula also playing some good defense, moving his feet a little bit, looking pretty solid on the defensive side. And on the offensive side, we already know we can knock down a wide open shot. There's no concern there. Pretty much now on offense, all we need to do is just practice the dribble moves. I didn't want to practice in the my court or do anything like that. So you're seeing this raw right now of me just, you know, practicing with this build, getting him to jump right there. A nice move for KD. So I was really just kind of figuring it out, figuring out how I can move, figuring out what I can and cannot do. We end up maxing out our shifty shooter at silver. So I will end up doing a max +2 to that to get it to Hall of Fame. But first we have to get the max +2. But like I said, we will talk about that a little bit later down in the video once our overall is upgraded a bit more and we get a bunch more badge upgrades and badge perks as well. So not every game on the ones was as clean as those first two. You see we're down 17 to 10 at this point, trying to make a little bit of a comeback. This guy knew what he was doing for sure. But you see we're figuring out the dribble moves a little bit, stepping that one back, getting confident with the jump shot. We had that set shot on gold, and unfortunately, as soon as I say we're getting comfortable, I take a bad shot. But we're playing solid defense. The defense is really saving us right now, but it can only save so much when I'm taking layups like that. I think that was a little bit of a frustration moment, and then I also just leave him wide open for the dunk because he was probably annoying me and he was trying a little bit too hard, and KD was having none of it. But we only get 169 VC from that. And after that little one session, got to about 2700 VC, but luckily the homies hit us up and asked to play some squatted rec this time. So now we actually get to enjoy ourselves a little bit in the rec. We don't have to play with randoms. We can play with the guys that I normally play with. A lot of these guys I play a bunch of 2Ks with. You've already seen Breeze in this video. Tough is playing with us as well, along with Jack. You're going to be seeing those guys throughout the rest of this video when we're playing some squatted modes. So as you can see right here, we got 3 points, up 17 to 10. Breeze is going to hit me right here at the top of the key, knocking down that 4% shot. Not really sure how that was 4%, but hey, we knocked down the shot. Can't complain about it too much. This guy's coming back down. Gonna miss the wide open layup out on the break now. Kevin Durant going all the way, getting that nice, easy layup to go. And we were just moving along here. I mean, squatted rec. We're up 48 to 24. You can probably guess how this game went. These guys had really no chance against us. We were just out here hooping, doing our thing, and a lot of the times I just wasn't getting guarded. I don't know if it was because I was on a low overall or because we were up by 30 most of the game, but we're getting a lot of easy buckets, and I can't really complain about that. Throwing up the lob to Breeze, getting a nice little highlight play there. We got an A- in basically the first half. Now we're a little bit into the second. Jack's gonna knock down that wide open corner three, extending the lead to almost 40, and then this guy just chucks it down the court. It hits off my back, and we're getting the steal. Now we're pushing it up in transition, trying to get another assist. And you know, Tough's gonna go ahead and knock that one down. And this was just moral of the story for this game. I mean, we're up by 40 now, probably almost 50. Another wide open corner three. And really, I'm just trying to get as many points as I can. If they hit me, I'm going to do my thing and knock it down. We're up by 50. I might as well get as many my points and three-pointers up as I can, because not every game is going to be like this. Obviously, we can't win every game by 60, but if I'm just, there's nobody within my area code. There's nobody even near me. I'm just knocking down three after three. 28 points at this point in the third quarter. We still have a whole quarter to go, and we're already at 28 points. This is going to be another corner three, wide open, shooting 90% from three. 38 points in the fourth quarter. I mean, I didn't even show the whole fourth quarter because it was pretty much just that. I'm just shooting wide open threes. We're up by almost 70, 80. I'm not the best at math, but it's a pretty wide margin. 138 to 61. We get 1100 VC and 40,000 my points. So it really doesn't get much better than that. Now we finally picked up a fifth. In that last game, for some reason, I think because we didn't have a fifth on, or maybe Cole wasn't on just yet, we only played with 4, so we had an AI on that last game. So now we got a full 5, and it's going to be more of the same. You know, we were out here just dominating in the rec. I'm going to get an assist to Jack right there. We're already up by 15 here in the second. Not really a crazy game for me. 2 points, 3 assists, but I mean, I've said it a million times already, and I'm going to keep saying it. Wide open in the corner. Again, a little bit of a limitless range shot right there. Only bronze limitless, but this was another blowout for the squad. We ended up playing a couple of games, and outside of this little highlight play right here, I didn't really do too much. 13 points, make it 16 after that nice little step back shot. And I was like, hey, give me the ball. I'm feeling it a little bit. I got my dribble moves down. Breeze is trying to cook up, and I said, nah, let me hit this nice little pop right here. 19 points, just kind of stat padding a little bit at the end. End up with 22, 1, and 4. So a pretty solid game for the squad. We win 111 to 80, and we get that nice VC crew bonus. So we get 1,300, almost 1,400 VC, and we max out our limitless range at silver. And like I said, we ended up playing a couple of games with the squad. Not anything too crazy outside of a couple highlight plays like this. Nice little bucket right there. And outside of that, wasn't really much to these games, just your average rec games, getting VC, getting my points. And after that little streak, I asked Jack to hop on one 2s game with me, get a little sneak peek of the quick game 2s, see how quickly we can actually get these games done. And also, I had a little surprise after this game. You'll see in just a second why we had to play one more game before we get off for the day. So you see me and Jack got this nice easy dub right here on the 2s. Only had to go to 11, nice quick game. But the little surprise is that we hit rookie 5, and that's going to unlock our first cap breaker for Kevin Durant. So after all of those rec games and a 2s game, we're able to get our overall up to a 72 with the 12,000 VC that we got. And we can also apply our first cap breaker. Now with this first cap breaker, if I was on a regular account, I probably wouldn't be wasting it on my shooting because I did pick the shooting specialization, but I'm not going to be able to complete this anyway, so there's really no point in me waiting. So I'm going to go ahead and use this cap breaker right here, and now we're going to get the deep bomber takeover. This is why I went with an 89 3-ball on this Kevin Durant build. I knew I wanted the deep bomber takeover. It's just crazy OP. You'll be seeing a ton of clips with this takeover very soon, but I went ahead and applied that cap breaker. So now we have a 93, and I also unlocked a couple different takeovers. So we're going to be using some of these throughout the rest of the video, and then eventually we'll get our custom takeover as well. And with that, that wraps up day 6. Now to start off day 7, I had to hit up the 2v2. Unfortunately, I didn't have anybody on, but these quick games were just too quick not to grind, even if it was with a random teammate. So we had to get the backpack on, carry some teammates here on the 2s, and they're only 211, so we just got to get like 3 or 4 buckets and the game is over. Now, I will say getting that VC crew bonus with Jack earlier seemed to be really good, so I definitely need to get a teammate on soon, but for now, we're just running with randoms and trying to get some dubs. As you see, the first game went pretty smoothly, 13-2, and we end up getting 350 VC, and that's in a game that takes maybe 2 to 3 minutes. So I was on this court for quite some time, had to grind out these games. Even though I didn't have anybody online with me, we were still struggling with the 7-4s a little bit. As you see, this guy just shoots right over me. It's 7-0, and he's trying to do the same. Luckily, he gets a late, so we do get a stop, stepping back for 3, knocking that one down, trying to make a little bit of a comeback here with our teammate top 3, Sean Dean. I don't know what his name was. Whoever it was, he ended up bricking that shot wide open, and now we are down 10-3, and at that point, they only needed one more bucket, so there really wasn't much we can do. So this is kind of how all of these games on the 2v2 were going for me. I was just playing with randoms, trying to do what I can to get a dub, and if we end up getting a win, like I said, it's like 350, 400 VC in like 2 to 3 minutes. So this was a really solid method that I just had to try and grind out, even if I didn't have anybody online, but it was a struggle. As you can see, we're struggling out here, losing 12-0 back to back, and only 80 VC. That's not good. That's not worth our time if we're only getting 80 VC a game. So we're kind of struggling a little bit with the random teammates right now, not really getting good luck, and the people we're playing against are obviously on a squad, so it's going to be even tougher when you're playing with a random and the people you're playing against are with the squad. But this guy's got a little comp outfit on. I thought he would be good, but he throws a quick little turnover. They go up 8-2, and now they just need one more bucket and they knock it down. So it's a big struggle right now trying to get VC. Another 80 VC game, kind of just wasting our time out here, not getting many wins. It's kind of a struggle out here, I can't even lie. But hey, this is part of the grind. Not every single time you do a 60-99 you're gonna have teammates on. So hey, another 166 VC, but after those losses, we had to call in some reinforcements. I got the homie Breeze on. He was down to help. He got on a big man build, and this was a really solid lineup, especially for these quick games. He's just kind of shooting over everybody. I'm passing it to him when I can, and when I'm open, I'm also going to knock down my shot. As you see, 9-0 already in this game. I only got 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and I'm going to go ahead and make it 4 assists right there. So hey, this is already way better than what we were doing before. 487 VC. That is just absolutely amazing progress for just a 2 to 3 minute game. So now we're cruising along a little bit. He's gonna throw that one up, and I'm there for the board. We got that defensive rebound up. We did only upgrade our defensive rebound, but since we did that, our rebound chaser did go up. So now we have that on bronze, and eventually I think we'd get it on silver as well. But we're just cruising through these games. Another win right there. These games are literally taking 1 to 2 minutes. That's why we're just getting through these nice and quick. Another 486 VC, and we're just cruising along right now, trying to get as many wins as possible when we have a teammate on. These guys aren't even playing, just shooting wide open threes over and over again, and this shows right here just how quickly we can get a game done. He shoots up a 3. I'm Dexing off ball. They're gonna leave Breeze wide open again, and that's another 3 ball for him. Just like that, it's 6-0. We only need 2 more buckets. So he's gonna go ahead and inbound it to me after I dex around. A little step back, wide open 3, knocking it down. And this is a full uncut game right here. This is just how quickly you could get these done. It's actually insane. He had me on the back door. It doesn't hit me. It's all good. The guy's gonna reach again at nothing. And just like that, in literally 30-45 seconds, that game's over with. 11-0, 445 VC. So if you want to think about VC in terms of like per hour, this 2v2 court was really solid. We ended up winning a couple games, and this is what our record is looking like right now. The theater record needs a little bit of work, but me and Breeze got hit up and decided to come out here on the rec and start running up some rec games instead. The 2v2 was nice, so we're definitely going to be getting back to that. But you know, when the boys want to run rec, we got to run rec. I think the homie Hollywood was also working on a little 1699 of his own. As you can see, he's running poor right now with his Wemby build. So again, my role in the rec was kind of just spot up, get buckets, do what I can, and just try and get as many stats as I can throughout this game. As you see right now, we have 20 points, make that 22 with an A- grade, as Hollywood's going to hit me right there, making it 25 points. So we win 125 to 90, or we're up 125 to 90 right now. And at the end of the game, I'm just trying to stat pad. He's got Dishmaster on, so he's going to pass it over to me. Wide open three yet again. We end up with 28 points, 1,500 BC, and 20,000 my points, also getting that rebound chaser up as well. So we ended up running a couple of games with these guys, and they weren't anything too crazy. We pretty much just blew everybody out, playing some nice defense right there. And here comes the first deep bomber clip, and KD knocks that one down, giving us 34 points in the game. A pretty sneaky 34 in this game. Not really doing too much besides pulling up from half court like that. And that would give the squad another blowout win, 1,500 VC. And now with that, we have enough to get to a 73 overall, upgrading our mid-range to a 76 to end day 6. Now day 7 started off with a bang as we get 500 VC from the daily reward. And you know we had to head back into the 2v2. This time with the homie John. He's going to be helping us out today, trying to get some wins. He's on a 7-foot center build, so a little similar to the lineup we were running with Breeze. I think Breeze was on a 7-4, but hey, as long as John's knocking down the shots, that's really all we need. Obviously, these games are going to go by very quickly if we both just make 2 or 3 jump shots. So we're up 6-0 at this point in the game. John's over there looking for a shot. He's going to go ahead and find me. I'm stepping through. That ended up becoming one of my favorite moves. That little step through with the triple threat. I forget which triple threat that is. If you want to go back and look at the animations, you can find it out. But you see, I'm kind of moving right now. Kevin Durant's looking good, finishing that game off, winning 11-0. 448 VC, and we're actually creeping our way a little bit off to starter 1 at about 35% right now in the rookie 5 bar. Obviously, we're not really too worried about rep on this account because we're just worried about getting to 99 overall, but getting to, you know, starter 1, starter 2 might be kind of cool. Starter 3, I think, is a stretch. I think you get an extra cap breaker there, but very soon we're going to be getting 4 cap breakers through the crew rewards once we max out that mid-range, so just stay tuned for that. Unfortunately, we did end up losing some games with John, but hey, as long as we're winning a bunch, going on a couple 5-game win streaks here, if we lose a game or 2, I'm not tripping. It's all good. As you see, knocking down that 3 after I get the rebound. And this was kind of our offense, kind of just dribble around, a little pick and roll with me and John. And this guy's jumping at I don't know what. They're leaving me wide open for the dunk, and it's 8-0 already. Trying to dex around a little bit, moving around, and I was actually feeling pretty good with my dribble moves at this point. Only at a 73 overall, but we were moving pretty well, I will say. We obviously have all of our playmaking maxed out and almost all of our shooting at this point, so that definitely helps out a lot. But for a 73 overall, I felt like we were moving pretty well on this build. You see, we did end up playing some tryhards here and there, but I guess you can't really complain. Sometimes you got to play people who are decent at the game. You can't play everybody who's a bum. You see, he ends up missing that one. So I'm going to throw it out to John. He's kind of getting contested. We're down 8-0 at this point in the game. So we got to try and make a miraculous comeback. I hit him with that nice little dribble move. They leave John wide open for 3. So now it's 8-3. We're trying to make a little bit of a comeback. We only really need 3 buckets, and the comeback is complete. Another nice easy pass over to John in the corner. These guys are kind of getting a little confused on the pick and roll. They don't really know what to do. I'm speeding by them right there, and they would end up getting a stop, unfortunately, but he misses the wide open 3. It was kind of deep. John grabs the rebound back out to me, and you know I'm gonna knock that one down. And now they're scrambling around on defense. They don't know what to do. I hit him with the back door. They both collapse, and John's gonna knock that one down. So we complete a nice little 8-0 comeback there. Come back and win 13-10, and we are rewarded with almost 500 VC. So we will definitely take that. And throughout the rest of this day, we were kind of just running up this 2s court. It was just too good of a method to not get on this court and run. I'm not a big fan of the 2s, But with a mode like this and with the challenge that we're doing, hitting that fadeaway 3, we were getting these games done very, very quickly and stacking up a bunch of VC. And on this specific day, I really didn't have much time to play, unfortunately, but having these quick games here was really, really nice. As you see right here, we're playing the number 96 player in Kentucky, so we got to lock in. We don't have much time to play. These quick games are really, really quick, so let's just get them done quickly and get out of here. You see this guy's kind of locking me up right now, 3-0. John had to throw that one up because the shot clock was about to end. So it's 3-0 at this point. We got to try and get a stop. The number 96 player in Kentucky might be a little intimidating, but I believe me and John can get the job done. We only need to get one more stop and we can just get 3 threes and walk out of here with the win. You see he actually hits a nice little move right there, and they would end up going up 9-3. So this is it right here. We got to try and get a stop if we're going to make a comeback. He's moving around a little bit weird. I don't really know what he's doing. Michael here is going to just do a little snatch, and I leave him wide open for 3. So we end up taking a loss to the 96 player in Kentucky, but it's all good. You can't win them all, and we're still just going to go ahead and hop right back into another game. Get a loss, it's all good. Get out of there. If they're going to leave us wide open, we can get this win out here in another 1 to 2 minutes and just get out here with our 400 VC. That's all we are worried about. Another nice little 13% contested right there. Only have silver Deadeye right now. I don't think I've talked about the Deadeye at all, but obviously for a Kevin Durant build, shooting over people is literally what he does. So having that Deadeye badge is going to be really, really key, especially in the future when we have an upgraded build. But like I said, we just ran up a bunch of games with John, getting a bunch of wins. As you can see, all of the games we are winning right here. Obviously can't show them all, so we're just going to show all the VC that we accumulated throughout this little session with John on the 2s. And after that, we are up to almost 15,000 VC. I wanted to work on my pass accuracy, but I needed about 2,000 to 3,000 more VC to get to a 75. So I decided to hold off for now and save that upgrade for day 8. And since we needed some nice, easy VC, I decided to head back into the 3v3 Pro-Am, this time with John and Country. So we're going to be running up some 3v3 Pro-Am today to at least start off the day. We might get into a little bit later, but we should have some upgrades coming very, very soon after we get through some of these 3v3 Pro-Am games. As you see right now, we're up 6-2. I'm kind of trying to get a little bit more involved in the gameplay now. For the most part, we've been pretty much off ball this entire video outside of a couple 1s games and maybe the 2s. So I want to start handling the ball a little bit more, getting that ISO going with KD, and those upgrades that we should get very, very soon will definitely help with that. But we can't argue with a little fast break bucket right there, getting that one to go. Now we're up 16-8. As I said, trying to handle the ball a little bit more, handing that one off to John. Can't really get anything open, so I'm going to let him cook up. He hits me on the nice little 2-step right there, and we knock down that corner 3. 19-13 now. We just need one more bucket. John breaks his ankles. A beautiful move, and we end off that game with a nice, easy dub. Starting off the Pro-Am grind with a nice easy win. You can't really complain about that. So we just kept moving along here in the Pro-Am. We're up to 13-1 on the Pro-Am team. We got the nice jerseys now. I was talking about the jerseys earlier. So we got these nice Rockets jerseys. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about them. I think the away jerseys are actually a little bit better than the home jerseys. The home jerseys are clean, but I was a bigger fan of the away jerseys. So you'll just have to wait and see what those look like. But in this game right now, we're up 7-3. Country's grabbing that board. I'm out on the fast break, just trying to get easy buckets, trying to get these games done as quickly as possible. John and Country are playing the pick and roll now, playing it pretty good as we get another stop and another nice, easy, fast break bucket. They would actually make a little bit of a comeback in this game as we're now down 20-18 with the ball, but John hits a great fading 3 shot right there. A really tough shot in the corner, and he knocks it down. Now we're up 21-20. Just can't give up a 3. We leave him wide open, but he misses, and I grab the rebound. Now, giving that one off to John at a 73 overall. I don't want to do anything too crazy, but a nice little extra pass after the slip, and Country knocks down that clutch 3. We end up winning that close one, 24-20, and we get another 900 VC. So we're getting really, really close to our next upgrade, just rolling through these Pro-Am games. Down 6-3 at this point in the game, but my guy kind of sags off. So, you know, in that corner 3, you've seen it a million times so far, and you're going to keep seeing it. Those corner 3s are absolutely money for Kevin Durant out here right now. See, this guy's trying to jump at me. I shoot that 12% contested shot and knock it down. He couldn't really guard me. I was a little bit taller at 6'11". Their point guard shoots up a tough shot right there. He can't get it to go. So now we need a bucket right here, and you know who to give it to. We need a clutch bucket. Kevin Durant in the clutch knocks that one down. 18-17 now. We get another stop. So now we need another score. They just leave John wide open in the corner, so you know he's going to knock that down. 20-18. They shoot up a crazy deep bomber shot. He really thought he was like that, but he was indeed not. And then we come down and miss another 3 of our own. So we got to try and get back. And they miss another clutch bucket wide open somehow. And we walk away with another dub. A little bit of a close one, probably a little bit closer than it should have been. But we get a player of the game. So you know what that means. 1,366 VC, almost 1,400 VC for one game is always a big W. And now we are up to 18,000 VC. And that means we're going to upgrade that mid-range to an 87 and get to 75 overall. So we are looking really solid right now, and these guys wanted to keep hooping, so you already know we had to keep playing. And now we got to see, maybe we can get to 76 77 overall in just one day. That would be a pretty big leap, and I would really enjoy that if we can do that. So we got to see. With 3v3 Pro-Am, you never really know, because you can get a lot of VC very quickly, just grinding up this maybe like 10-15 games. That's maybe 10, 15, 20,000 VC. So we'll just have to see at the end of this Pro-Am session how much VC we have and what upgrades we can do. But for now, we're just going to go ahead and lock into these games. It is currently 9-5. I hit country with a nice clean dot right there. They both collapsed, and now we're up 12-8. Trying to look for a bucket. It's kind of a confusing who's on our team, because for some reason these guys have a white away jersey. Never really understood why people do that. Maybe they're just trolling. I'm not exactly sure, but we're up 15-10. I acted like I wasn't playing there for a second and then ran all the way down to the corner, and it actually kind of worked. I don't know if I ended up doing that on purpose or if that was just by coincidence, but it worked. Now we got deep bomber. Now it's time for a little bit ISO, see what we can do, and he reads that pass to perfection. I was trying to get a little pass back, but he ends up getting that one. So now we got to come down and just get a bucket. We're up 20-14. Dron's dribbling, looking for me on the decks, and this guy can't really guard me, so I'm going to go ahead and go back door and get the nice easy dub. Another player of the game. That's what we're looking for. 1,300 VC in the bank, and now we just got to keep rolling. We're 17-2 in Pro-Am right now, and these are probably the easiest games that we got throughout the entire challenge in Pro-Am. I don't know, for some reason, maybe Park is skill-based matchmaking, and obviously Theater is skill-based matchmaking because it max whatever plaque you are on. But in Pro-Am, you could play some really good teams or really bad teams. And obviously we're 17-2, so for the most part, it's been bad teams. But in this game right now, it is currently 8-8. I hit him with the clean little decks. Country hits me with the nice easy pass. And now we are up 11-8, looking to get a stop. They got 5-star David out here trying to cook up, see what he can do. A very questionable shot. I grabbed the rebound, throwing it up to John and getting the nice easy assist. And this game was another pretty easy one. As you can see, these guys are not very good. I don't know what these layups that they're taking are. And actually, this is the debut of the away jerseys. I just realized it. We're up 16-8 now after knocking down that 3. So let me know what you think of the away jerseys. I think these actually turned out really solid. I pretty much just copied the jerseys that the Rockets have right now. So we got the white home and the red away. And again, I think they turned out pretty solid. But we got the deep bomber, so you know we got to go ahead and try and shoot up some crazy shots. That one right there wasn't anything too crazy, but it does give us 11 points. They shoot up another very questionable shot, but I grabbed the rebound, and since Country has that Dismaster, you know I got to shoot something crazy from beyond half court with deep bomber. An absolutely insane way to end the game right there. 14 points is going to get us a player of the game and 1,600 VC. And like I said, we were just running it up all day with these guys in the 3v3 Pro-Am. It did lose a few games here and there, but also got a bunch of player of the games and got 1,600, 1,300 VC multiple times. So when you see we walk off the court right here, we are up to 19,000 BC just from that Pro-Am session. So we're going to go ahead and max out the mid-range at an 89 and then put our pass accuracy all the way up to 82. And now, since it's been a week since we've started this challenge, we now have 4 cap breakers to work with from the level 30 crew that we joined, and I already had it planned out to put them all on mid-range so that we get gold Deadeye, gold shifty shooter, and Hall of Fame set shot specialist. So the build just got some major upgrades. We hit 77 overall. We have a bunch of new badges to work on. So let's go ahead and head into day 9. Now with day 9, unfortunately, there were no teammates on to play with, so it was back into the no squatted random wreck, but this time we're at a 77 overall. So we've got a bunch of new upgrades since the last time we tried the random rec. So we got to try our luck and see what we can do, starting it off nice with a nice easy 3. And that's really all I was worried about whenever I came into the random rec. And that's the advice I would give to anybody playing a random rec. A lot of you already probably know this, but all you got to do is just knock down your first couple shots, because if you miss your first 2 shots in random rec, you're probably not getting the ball back again. So that was really my goal. Even if I had a bad team, I'm just trying to show them that I know what I'm doing. I'm going to pass to you. So if you pass to me, we can try and get this win. That was kind of my philosophy in the random rec, especially on a 60 to 99 build. But you see right there, a nice little step back shot, starting to look a little bit more like Kevin Durant and not just a 6'11 shooter that just stands there the whole entire time. But with our new badges that we got shifty shooter moving up. Set shot specialist is going to be on Hall of Fame soon. So the build is really starting to progress nicely now. And that's just one of the things I really enjoy about doing these 60 to 99s is you really get to see your build from a 60 where it can't really do much of anything. For this, I was just able to shoot at a 60 and couldn't really do much. And now we're able to shoot mid-range shots, move around, dribble, and really just see how this build is meant to be at a 99 overall. And we're only at a 77 right now, so there's still a ways to go, but it's nice to see there is some progress being made. And at this point, we were at a 77 overall, I believe, but we actually had the ability to go up to like 94, 95 overall. So there are some ways. I have an idea on how we can get some BC very quickly in a short amount of time. Obviously, we're still not playing any MyCareer or any offline game mode like that. I restricted myself from playing Street Kings or anything like that. Obviously, throughout this whole video, you've seen me just play all online so far, and we will be sticking with that. But there is something I have special planned for once we get to around mid 80s, maybe like 85, 86 overall. If my potential is up to like 96, 97, obviously if we just keep playing random rec and 1s and 2s, it's going to take forever. So I do have something involving Park. You probably can guess it, but there is going to be a way to make some quick and easy VC very soon as I make that 26% contested shot. A really good performance right now in the rec. 25 points, 1 rebound, kind of carrying the squad, doing what I can to get us a dub. Luckily, these guys were giving me the ball. And like I said earlier, since I made my first couple of shots, that one was from the AI, but these guys were actually hitting me. I got 27 in the third, now 27 in the fourth. We're up by 5. They have Michael Jordan on their team shooting up that very questionable shot. So we are looking good right now. He hits me again, wide open for 3, getting that 30 ball to go. 73% from 3 right now, 30 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists, and it's looking really good. 3 minutes left to go. Surely there is no way we find a way to lose this game. As you see, we hit that nice fading shot, getting our takeover up by 6 with a minute and 40 left to go. 32 points so far. All we have to do is just not turn over the ball and just get buckets. A nice easy step through and another deep midi, looking really solid on the mid-range shot. I really haven't shot that many fading minis up until this point, mainly because I didn't really have a mid-range shot, but now we have a 93 midi, so we have to start taking midis. I can't just make a Kevin Durant build and just shoot standstill shots all day long. That would just not be realistic, but unfortunately things started to unravel a little bit in this game. We turned the ball over with a minute left to go. Nobody gets back in transition. This guy, I'm standing right in front of him calling for the ball, and he tries to pass it to the guy behind me, so it goes off of me. Michael Jordan's coming back. You know he's gonna get the clutch bucket to go. 67-66, I get the ball. A very questionable shot, but I'm just trying to get our team on the board. We have 2 AIs right now, so that's why everybody's calling for the ball. He shoots up a 40% contested shot. We just had like an 8-point lead, and now they have the ball and they have a chance to take the lead themselves. Down by 1 with the ball, they have Michael Jordan, and I'm currently on the center trying to get a stop, playing good defense. We still have 2 AIs on our team, and I think they have their full 5. Shot clock winding down though. They shoot up a crazy shot, and I go out for some reason. I don't know why I left the paint, and their center gets a nice easy bucket. I don't know why I was even on the center to begin with, but there's 7 seconds left. This guy's dribbling around. I'm trying to dex up, hoping he goes down. He just hands me the ball for some reason, and I have to shoot up that shot, and we end up wasting a great performance from Kevin Durant. 34 points, 13 for 20. I carried the squad. and they just completely sold me. Part of it might have been my fault at the end if I left my man open, but I don't know. I felt like they kind of sold me right there, but that's the random wreck for you. If you're up by 8 with a minute left to go, no lead is safe. You never know what is going to happen in the random wreck. Again, we have another AI on our team. I don't know what was going on today, why there were so many AIs, but we're just trying to do what we can. Like I said, if we're putting up 34 points that last game, we still got like 700 VC for a loss. But if we would have won, I would have got player of the game and probably got like 1300 VC. So we're just trying our best out here, doing what we can, shooting up late shots. It's not looking great, kind of struggling in this one. Only 3 points, 2 assists, and we're down by 19. So this was definitely a struggle game. These guys are just throwing the ball up crazy. Hit a nice little bucket there at the end of the first half. End up getting player of the half, not really sure how, only 11 points, but I guess that just goes to show the type of talent that was on my team this game. As you see, we're down 91 to now 61. I have 23 points. I'm doing what I can. I got deep bomber scoring over everybody, hitting another 4% contested shot right there, but there was just nothing we could do. I just simply did not have the teammates in these games to get any type of win. 17,000 my points, I'll take that, but taking L after L in the random wreck, it can definitely be a little draining, but luckily in this one we are actually up 78 to 34. So it was just a really weird day in the random wreck. We had the one close game, we blew it, and then we got blown out, but now we're on a good team, not really getting that many stats. So it was just a little bit unlucky that the games that I scored a bunch of points, we ended up losing, so I didn't get that much VC, but I ended up getting on a decent little squad here as we got 2 blowout wins. One of them quit, and then we just blew them out again. Didn't really get the ball a bunch, got like 20 points in each game, so not anything too crazy, but we did get a good amount of progress on Deadeye and Set Shot Specialist. Got about 1,000 VC. Ended up losing another game, unfortunately, only getting 2 points. So it was just not a great day in the random wreck, if I'm being completely honest. I don't know if I was talking trash to these guys. I think I was, because they weren't passing the ball at all. So I said, screw the random wreck. Let's head back to the twos. We still got this quick game 2v2 going on, so we really just got to take advantage of this. If we got a teammate on, we got Breeze back on playing with us, so shout out to him for helping. But yeah, we got the build upgraded a little bit, so now we're looking a little bit better on the twos. We got our pass accuracy up to that 82, so now we can really, you know, work around the screens a little bit better. And obviously, if they leave us wide open for a 3, we're going to knock that down. So for the rest of today, we definitely got to stick on the twos, especially if we have a crew member on like Breeze. We're getting 500 VC a game, getting our Set Shot Specialist almost to Hall of Fame. So we just got to try and cruise through as many of these twos game as possible. As you see, Breeze is knocking down that 3 right there. We're up 3-0 at this point, and we're just cruising through this game. 3-0, 6-0, and this is again just how quickly you can get some of these games done. Don't even really need to cut or anything. If you're going to leave Breeze wide open, he's going to shoot a wide open 3 and knock it down. 9-0. I'm going to dex around and do the same exact thing. Another wide open 3 and another nice easy win, and we get another 445 VCs. And like I was talking about earlier, we currently have a max overall of 95, kind of closing in on 96. So we're kind of slowing down on the amount of VC that we get in terms of how many my points we get. Obviously the my points get a little bit tougher once you get closer to 99 overall, so we definitely at some point need to catch up to that overall, because if we don't, this challenge is going to take forever. As we get another nice easy dub, max out our Deadeye at gold, and almost have Shifty Shooter to gold and that Set Shot Specialist to Hall of Fame. So we're really working on our badges right now along with the VC. I really should have took advantage more of this 2v2 quick game. I didn't really spam it too much, one because I wanted to put different game modes in this video. You know, want to play theater, rec, pro-am, park, pretty much do it all. So I didn't want to spam too much theater personally, because I don't think it's the most exciting thing to look at. But you know, when you have a 2v2 quick game 2-11 and you can get games done in 1 to 2 minutes, we got to grind it up a little bit. It's just too good of a VC method. As you see, we get another nice easy dub. Almost got that Set Shot Specialist to Hall of Fame, and we're closing in on that starter one. So after we played a couple more games, we did end up getting that Set Shot on Hall of Fame, and we just kept running up these games, getting some nice quick easy VC. And with that Set Shot Specialist on Hall of Fame, I can now use my max plus ones that I also got from the crew rewards, so we can put our Set Shot Specialist on Legend and we have our Deadeye on gold, limitless range on silver, and we also have 11,000 VC to work with. So I went ahead and upgraded the block to 71, getting us to 78 overall to end day 9. And to start day 10, we had to hit him with a little teamote, get 500 VC real quick for one of our daily challenges. And unfortunately, again, there were no teammates to be had at the beginning of the day, so it was back to the 3v3 theater. We haven't played any random squad theater in quite some time, so I thought, hey, I'm not really in the mood for random rec. We got legend set shot specialist now. Let's see what the build is looking like playing some 3v3 no squad in the theater. This is definitely not one of my favorite modes to be playing, but hey, we got to try and get this challenge done somehow when the teammates are not on. So currently in this game, we're up 11-4, a questionable pass by my teammate, and they throw up a crazy shot right back. Kind of exactly the kind of thing you would see in the random no squad theater. Just crazy shots going up everywhere, but we're trying to slow things down, get us a bucket. I'm left wide open again in the corner, and we're going to go ahead and knock that down. And I was feeling really confident with my shot after I got the legend set shot specialist. I mean, with gold, I was already feeling really good. I'm standing here wide open for 5 seconds. Finally, he hits me, and we knock down that shot, getting another easy win in the no squad this time. But yeah, my shot was actually feeling really good. I was still using the Michael Porter Jr. base. I did switch to Kevin Durant's base, but that will be a little bit later in the video. For now, I wanted to stick with Michael Porter Jr. just because I had pretty much mastered it at this point, and I was feeling really solid, shooting like 60-70% across all modes. So there was really no need for me to switch my jump shot at this point, but obviously, since this is a Kevin Durant build, we have to put KD's jump shot on, so that will be coming a little bit later down the line in the video with a lot of things right now that I've been teasing, but it'll all come to fruition very soon. As you see, we're down 16-12 right now, hitting in with that nice little behind the back move, getting to the rim. They shoot that one up, get the board. He misses a wide open 3, but we just cannot grab a rebound, and Mr. Legendary's not gonna miss twice. He hits that 13% shot. So, you know, we're getting a little bit of both worlds here with the no squad. Get one good team. I think this is actually the same team. I was gonna say we're getting one good team and one bad team, but I think this is actually the same team that we just got a win with. But hey, we might end up winning this one as well. 19-17, grabbing a clutch rebound, coming down. Currently got 8 points, but a bad dribble move goes right into him, and now we got to try and get another stop. We can't let him score after we just sold the game. We can't let the teammates down. Get another paint stop. I haven't upgraded my defense in quite some time outside of that block, but hey, the interior defense is looking good enough right now as we knock down a clutch 3, locking down the paint. We just cannot give up a 3 right here. He shoots that one up, snagging that rebound after a tip, going down, hitting the clutch 3, 14 points. A great comeback here in the no squad, shooting 5 for 5, 4 for 4 from 3. I told you my jump shot was feeling really good in these games. I also did hit starter 1 at some point. Somehow I lost the footage of me hitting starter 1. I recorded literally every single game that I played in this challenge, and somehow the starter 4, I don't know if the file got corrupted or what, but somehow that game just doesn't exist for me. I don't know where it went or when I hit starter 1, but just nope, I did. There wasn't any funny business or going on or anything. Obviously, I was playing online when I hit it, and I just somehow lost the footage. So I do apologize for that. But in this game right here, we are down 15-14. They leave me wide open for 3 in the transition. Of course, knocking that down 20-20 now. Gotta find a bucket. Slim Durantula going to the rim. They both jump. For some reason, my teammate decided to crash with me, but it worked out. I can't complain too much. We got another dub here in the no squad theater, and I just kept running it up with these guys. We were getting wins, so I couldn't really complain too much. They did a couple questionable things here and there, but as long as they hit me wide open in the corner, even if it takes a couple extra seconds than it probably should, I'm not going to complain. If we're going to get dubs when I don't have my regular squad on, I will take that every single time. And if they're going to leave me wide open at the top of the key, you know I'm going to knock that down. And we're in another close one right here, up 14-9, trying to get a stop. A very questionable shot by the other team, but they do get the rebound, and it's just not going well for them, and it is going well for us. as we get another wide open three. And I was utilizing the triple threat takeover ability. I don't know if I mentioned that. Obviously, we have the deep bomber on, but we are rocking the triple threat, which I believe boosts my 3-point rating, my mid-range, and also driving dunk. So 3 things that Kevin Durant excels at: driving dunk, middies, and 3-point shooting. And we get another dub, shooting 4 for 4 in that one. Also maxing out our dimer at gold. Now, that was one thing about this build. As we're switching over to ones now, the games in the 3v3 were going well, but I decided we're at a new overall. We got a bunch of new badges. Let's see how the one is working. But like I was about to say, the pass accuracy on this build was the only thing that I didn't really think was like pure Kevin Durant build. Usually on a Kevin Durant build, you probably wouldn't see 87 pass accuracy. Probably be a little bit lower than that in the 70s, but just the way this build worked out and the plans I had for it, I wanted a really high midi, which we have at a 93. We have a high 3 ball, and we also have some really solid finishing stats. So when I was done making the build, it was kind of just there to upgrade the pass accuracy. And since this is a 6'11 build, and in the park on 3s, and even sometimes in the rec, I'm at the 5, so I need a high pass accuracy. So it ended up working out really solid, but I do recognize that 87 pass accuracy is probably a little bit too much on a Kevin Durant build. But either way, we're getting some wins out here on the ones. I think this was a 2K15 style event. That is why you see the games going to 15. Shout out to 2K15, one of the best 2Ks of all time. But we're kind of struggling here a little bit on the ones in this one. Down 14-6. Got to try and get a stop on Benny the Bull. Playing some solid defense, but he's trying to drop step, but it's not going to work. Get a 12% on that one. So now we get the ball back. Got to try and make a little bit of a comeback. If not, I'm not sure if we'll stick on the ones, because I just wasn't a fan of the 2K15 style event. You have to shoot all 3s basically, and the games kind of just seemed like they would have taken forever. So we end up taking a loss there. So after 2 games on the ones, I decided, you know what? As bad as it was recently, I decided to head back into the random rec, see if we get some better luck. You know, sometimes I do actually enjoy playing random rec for fun, but in a challenge like this, when you're on a low build and it's just not going well, this is not the mode that you want to be playing. But we get a tough bucket right there to start this one off. So already showing the teammates, like I was talking about earlier, that we can shoot the ball. That is the main thing that we're trying to do. But this day in total was just kind of a tough day, because we didn't really have any teammates on the entire day. So it was kind of just up to us to get it done on our own. Started off in the 3v3 theater. The ones didn't really work out, so now we're in the random rec, and hopefully we can just at least get 1 overall today and just walk out at least somewhat with a win on the day, because as a whole, it's just been a struggle. You see, we're down 23 in this one, only 6 points. Knocked down a crazy shot though, 44% covered, and we greened that shot. So that was pretty much the only highlight from this entire game. We got AIs on our team, down by 30. It just was not a good game, and we only end up with 12 points, 4 rebounds, and lose 86-53. 400 VC in a rec game. That is obviously not ideal, but luckily we struggled through it and we got up to 9,700 VC so that we can upgrade our driving dunk to a 77 to get us to 79 overall to end day 10. Now, after that very tough day 10, to start off day 11, we had to get a squad on. So we got the homie Ben back, and this time we're running with Miami as well. So we're going to be running a bunch of Pro-Am games today. We got a bunch of time. Hopefully these guys can stay on for a while so we can rack up a bunch of VC, because yesterday it was a struggle. There's no way around it. It was definitely a struggle. We're down currently 17-10. It's looking like this day is going to start off with a struggle as well, but we got to try and make a little bit of a comeback. Ben's going to find me here wide open on the wing, knocking that one down. So we cut the lead down by 4, currently down 20-16 now, shooting up a very questionable shot. I can't even lie, and they're going to go down and get the dub. So a little bit of a struggle to start off day 11, but it's all good. We get 400 VC. So I mean, we got the same amount of VC in that loss in a 5 to 10 minute 3v3 game than we did in a 30-minute rec game. So we're already off to a better start than yesterday. Ben's gonna kick that one up over to Miami. Unfortunately, he misses, but I grabbed the rebound, give him another chance, and he's not gonna miss twice. So we're up 3-0 in this game right here, looking for a stop. Me and Ben were kind of playing the pick and roll. I play some nice nice defense, getting the blitz steal. We now do have two-way tenacity since we did hit starter 1, so that's going to help out a bunch, especially still that we're at like 79 overall. Having that two-way tenacity, especially when we're on defense, since we don't have those defensive stats upgraded, it's definitely going to help out a ton. And we started to cruise along here in the Pro-Am a little bit, up 6-0, hitting him with a nice move right here behind the back, right into the 3, knocking that one down. And this is when I really started to cook up a little bit, learning the moves a lot more. I was getting really comfortable with my dribble moves. I believe most of our playmaking badges, like handles for days, obviously we already maxed out dimer, but we got handles for days up to silver, I believe, which is maxed out. So the build on offense is feeling really good. It can't really get that much better until we upgrade our driving dunk, which will come very soon. And then we just have to upgrade defense, and the build is going to be complete. A crazy shot right there, 47% with the deep bomber. This is why I went with the deep bomber on this build. It's absolutely OP. We end up winning that game with 14 points, a blowout win for the squad. Obviously get a player of the game, and that's going to be 1100 VC. Unfortunately, these guys weren't in my crew, so I wasn't able to take advantage of that crew bonus where we get an extra 300 400 VC a game when we get player of the game, but it's all good. I mean, getting 1100 VC in a 5-7 minute Pro-Am game, it really doesn't get much better than that. And as you can see in this one, we're up 4-0, looking to get some more buckets. This guy cannot guard me, hitting that fadeaway midi, and that was probably one of my favorite moves that I started to do. That little fadeaway, I don't think it was Kevin Durant's fade that I was using. I think it was just normal fade, because the Kevin Durant fade is really bad, so I kind of would have been at a disadvantage. But when we're knocking down 45% contested shots and hitting those middies, this build kind of becomes unstoppable. But after they knock down that 3, we are only up 18-16. Ben has his D-bomber takeover, so I'm trying to give him some space, letting him cook up. Unfortunately, he does miss that shot, so we got to get back on defense, and he does exactly that. Gets the steal, makes up for his missed shot, and finds me wide open in the corner. A great pass right there, and I end up with 14 points in that game. Unfortunately, didn't get player of the game, but still 900 VC, almost 8,000 my points. We will take that every single time. Playing some questionable guys right here. Not exactly sure what was up with their logo and their name, and their court is also not the best, so we got to try and win this one quickly. I'm not trying to look at this ugly court for very long, but they're just leaving me wide open, so it's looking really solid that we're going to get this game done quickly and get these guys out of here. We're up 9-2 at this point. I don't think they were a very good squad. Ben reads that pass to perfection and hits me for the fading 3, kind of a pull up right there, getting our shifty shooter up. We're still working on getting that up to gold. It's currently only at silver, and I'm already running around fading everything. So once it gets to gold, maybe in a Hall of Fame, if we use a max +1 on it, this build is going to get even more unstoppable, knocking down yet another corner 3. Up 15-5. I have my deep bomber takeover, so you know I'm going to hover around half court, and if he's just going to sit paint, it's going to be a free 3 every single time. We both have takeover right here, so I definitely don't need to force anything. We're up 18-5. Miami's going to drive in and actually kick it back out to me from basically half court. And with two-way and deep bomber, there should be no chance of me missing, and we end up winning that one, almost getting that shifty shooter to gold. 1100 VC, 10,000 my points, playing another 16-10 team. We're just cruising along here in the 3v3 Pro-Am, trying to get these games done as quickly as possible, but while also getting some entertaining gameplay as well. You see Ben, beautiful drive and kick right there, giving us the lead of 7-0. At this point, we're up 10-2. These guys are actually kind of decent. I think we just played really well in this game. He shoots up a questionable shot right there, and now we're in the fast break looking for something. I'm faking the little back door. Ben's trying to cook up right now, so I'm gonna come up, set him a little screen and pop, and if I'm open, I'm pulling it. Even if it's only 7% contested, we have that gold deadeye, and we're gonna shoot that up every single time. That's how good my jump shot was feeling. They actually had an AI, so I left him open, and he actually sparks it. So we're up 15-13 now. Kind of have to play a little careful. Ben hits him with a beautiful snatch back, gives us back that comfortable lead that we were looking for. This guy actually has deep bomber takeover and hits a tough shot to cut the lead down to 2. They would actually get a stop, so it's a little bit of a sweaty game now. We need another stop to secure this win. He tries to crab Ben, but I step up and get the contest on him. 56% contested, and unfortunately they did step me in for the midi right there, but it was another 20% contested shot. Knock it down. So we just need one more stop now to secure this win. I got 14 points, probably getting the player of the game, so we definitely want to come out with the win. I leave the AI open again, and he hits yet another shot. They would get a stop, and we're only up 20-19, so we cannot let them get a 3 or it's going to be game over. He shoots up a crazy fader. He doesn't get it to go. I'm jumping, trying to not give him the 3, and luckily he takes a very, very deep 2, and I have takeover, so I'm looking to end this game with the 3, trying to hit him with a pick and pop. They have the AI, so it's kind of messing things up, so I'm trying to work it with Ben here, trying to get another pick and roll to go. The AI kind of sags off a little bit, and I pull it, and it's another long 2. So this game's kind of going on forever. They have an AI. It shouldn't even be close. He misses a wide open 3. So now all we need to do is just get a bucket. Ben's slowing it down very smartly. I'm just looking for a cut, anything. Luckily, Miami hits him with the back door, and we end up winning that close one at 16 points. Walk away with 900 VC in a close one, 24-21. And we just kept running up these games. We played pretty much all day, running up as many games as possible. And after all of the games we played, we are now at 23,000 VC after probably around 2 to 3 hours of playing Pro-Am. So we're going to max out our perimeter defense at a 72, put the block up 1, and now we are at an 81 overall. So we're going to play a couple more games. Like I said, we played pretty much Pro-Am all day, so we can't expect these guys to be on for 8 hours, but at least like 2 to 3 hours. I really appreciated them helping me out because getting 23,000 VC is not easy in this challenge whatsoever. So grinding out this Pro-Am was very much needed for the Kevin Durant build. As you see, we're cooking up even more, feeling good at an 81 overall, 11-11 at this point in the game. This was another close one. They leave me wide open here on the fast break, give us a 2-point lead, and it was a back and forth game throughout most of it. Ben does a great pick and pop right there. Unfortunately, not able to knock it down, but I grabbed the rebound, and after some good ball movement, Ben's gonna find himself wide open for 3, and he knocks it down. So again, we're in another close one, 16-15. They shoot up a very questionable shot. I'm grabbing the rebound, throwing it up to Ben, trying to find me in transition. A little fake pass and head into the rim with that driving dunk. We really haven't utilized any of the driving dunk that I upgraded a little bit ago, but for the most part, I was just trying to shoot. You know, we're getting buckets right there. A clutch 3, ending that game off 21-18. So we will start driving a little bit more, but for now, I'm just really working on the mid-range shots and the 3-pointer. We got that deep bomber working, so there's really no point in going into the paint unless we really need to right here. As you see, the driving layup still needs some work. I probably could have greened that, but it was just one of those really weird layup timings where the meter moves fast, and they end up taking a 6-0 lead. Now down 11-5, so we got to try and do something. I'm getting the ball right here, hitting them with the little drive, like I was saying, only using it when we really need to. Now we're down 17-10, hitting him with a nice little step through move, and now we cut the lead down to 4. Later in the game, 20-16, we got to try and get a stop, but he's got deep bomber, and he hits that crazy deep shot. So unfortunately, we did end up losing. We get 483 VC, and then that would end off the Pro-Am grind for today. We have 5K VC left over for tomorrow, so let's get right into it. Day 12 is here, and we are back on the 2s, this time with the homie Hollywood. He's got a bunch of different builds that he was using throughout this little grinding session, so you might see him on right now. I think it's a bit of a inside build, but he ends up switching to a popper a little bit later down the line. But we were just running up the 2s, trying to get as many wins as possible. Obviously, that is the goal. Unfortunately, this was losers out again, and I say unfortunately because that just makes the games take longer, but in terms of getting wins, it actually made it a lot easier because me and Hollywood are able to run this pretty big lineup where I was just running guard and he was setting screens. So if I throw up a tough shot like that, he's down there for the board, kick it back out to Slim Durantula, and you know I'm knocking that one down. This one would actually be a close game. A lot of the games that we were playing were actually close, but we got that deep bomber working. This is where I really started to utilize the deep bomber, and I was just dribbling around really nicely, kicking it over to Hollywood down below. They both jump back out for 3, knocking that one down. And our strategy was really just to let them take 2s. If they wanted to take a 2 and miss it wide open, we would allow that, and we're just going to go for the 3, kind of a tough shot right there. So they get the ball back, only down by 3 now. This guy breaks my ankles, but luckily he takes it too. I don't know how he broke my ankles right there. I guess because he had takeover, but it was a tough watch. I can't even lie, but they end up getting another stop, and they only need a 3 to win now. So we got to play high, let them take the 2, because if we make a 3, it's going to be game over. So that's what we're looking for right here on this possession. Now down by 1, but if we get that 3, we will walk away with the win. Can't really shoot that because I don't have the deep bomber activated, but he's kind of playing back on me, not really expecting the corner 3. So I go ahead and fade that and hit a game winner, and we max out our shifty shooter at goal to get 657 VC. These games might take a little bit longer, but if I'm gonna get 650 VC, I cannot complain at all. You see, Hollywood is now on a popper build, so now he's gonna be able to pop instead of me just going for the 3 every single time. He's gonna give me another option to look for, and I don't know what was up with me today, but I was just fading everything in the corner, mostly in the corner, but sometimes for the midi as well, going to the lane right there, throwing that one down. And this is where the build really started to feel different. Like, up until now, I hadn't been this confident on the build until I started playing on this 2's core right here. I don't know if it was because we got to 81 overall, if we got that driving dunk up a little bit, I don't know, but the build was feeling really good. End up tipping that one away with not even a high steal whatsoever, and with that 2-way tenacity, you know we're knocking that one down. And we were just out here dominated, up 20-17 in this one, dexing around. Hollywood's gonna go ahead and finish that one off for us, and we win 22-7, another 652 VC, getting a good amount of my points as well. For the 2's core, around 5k a game is really solid, and we're just grinding these games out as quickly as possible. Like I said, our strategy was kind of just to let people take 2's, and since it's losers out, we're gonna get a 3 pretty much every single time whenever we want, and if we don't, we're gonna get that midi fade to go as well. So right here, it's 2-2. They're kind of leaving me wide open yet again in the corner. I don't know why they would do that. Legend set shot specialist was just hitting different. That's probably honestly one of my favorite badges in this game is Legend set shot specialist, but we're also getting on that rim a little bit, up 6-9 now. He's getting the strong handle animation on me, going to the rim, getting that one to go. So we got to come back. He gets the easy 2, and as I've been saying, we'll let him take 2's all day because we're going to be looking for that 3. Hollywood sets a great screen. Actually end up taking a deep midi on accident. Later in the game, 16-15. It's a close one, so obviously we're looking for that 3. We don't want anything else. Hit him with a little L2 movement. I like that out of Hollywood, and then I hit him with the backdoor, 19-17, and we finished that one up. And that's going to be the end of the 2's as an 81 overall. We're going to keep running it up, another 588 VC. But since we had some leftover VC from yesterday, we only had to play a couple of games. Decided to spend it on steal this time to get it to a 44 and getting us to an 82 overall. I decided to put it on steal mainly because I was tired of not being able to get lane steals whatsoever. It was really frustrating me. So even as a Kevin Durant build, maybe not upgrading steal at 82 overall was the biggest move, but I felt like for me, just playing the game every single day, I had to be able to get steals. It was just bothering me way too much. And even though on this build you only get like a 60 something steal, I think it's worth it to upgrade the steal as much as I can as of right now, just to be able to get those lane steals and be able to help out my teammates, especially when I'm playing on the 2's. Being able to have defense is definitely going to help out a lot. But in this game right here, we're up 16-9. Obviously not trying to give them a 3. End up leaving them wide open, but it's all good because he bricks it wide open in the corner. You know we're knocking that one down. 13 points now. I got that deep bomber, so you know I'm looking for something crazy. Hit him with the behind the back and the deep bomber shot. It really doesn't get much better than that, winning 22-11, and we walk away with 600 VC again. I really didn't know how good the 2's was, and still I started playing this. I think because earlier I was playing a lot of quick games, they don't give you as much VC because those games are a little bit shorter. So getting 650 VC in a 2's game, even though it's losers out, was really nice. And like I said, me and Hollywood, I don't think we lost that much, maybe once or twice. Obviously I'm only showing a couple of games that we played throughout the entire day, but we were moving really good. He ended up getting on his big build now, so now he's on like a 7'1" or a 7-foot popper, something like that, and I'm on a 6'11". So we got a huge lineup out here right now, trying not to give up 3's, knocking that one down. 14-11. A little bit later in the game, 17-13. Hollywood shooting up a little bit of a crazy shot, but honestly with the deep bomber, I respect it. again, not giving up 3, so I jump there, just give that one up, and now we're looking for another crazy deep bomber shot. We both have it, so they have to worry about both of us. He's dexing around. I'm going all the way out here from, I don't know, that might be the deepest shot on the 2s that you can even shoot. That was really, really deep right there, and then snatching back again for the win. So like I said, that deep bomber shot, even though I probably would have liked to get more attributes in other places, getting that 93 ball, well, I guess technically 89, and then cap breakering it up to 90, it just made this build so much fun to play on. Even though maybe Kevin Durant's not known for shooting from half court like Steph Curry, it was just too fun not to have, especially in 2K26. So I would definitely recommend, even if you're doing a no money spent or you're just working on any type of build, you got to try and get that deep bomber if you can. It's absolutely broken. And like I said, I was moving kind of crazy today. We got shifty shooter on Hall of Fame now. I think I ended up using one of my max +1, so you'll see that pop up in the top right as he hits a 21% contested shot. But I think I did end up using one of my max +1s on shifty shooter, just because I was taking so many corner 3s and mid-range shots. Having that shifty shooter on Hall of Fame and then having set shot specialist on legend, it made this build pretty much unstoppable on offense. But 15 to 13 right here in this game, you see what they're looking for. They want a 3, and they actually end up getting it as they set a nice little tough screen. Now we're down 18 to 15. Gotta get a 3 right here. I got the big man on me, so I kind of hit him with a little crab move, get open, tie that one up at 18, and they're obviously looking for the 3, and we almost give it to them. Luckily, they take a deep 2, so now it's 20 to 18. I'm dexing around, he reaches, so I gotta make him pay for it. Pulling up from way deep. The center didn't even think I could shoot that deep. He didn't even step up, so he made a mistake right there. 21 to 20 now, looking for something. They shoot another deep 2. That guy kind of sold him. He shot 2 deep 2s in a row instead of a 3. Hollywood sets a great screen. Unfortunately, can't get that deep bomber shot to go. They are a little tough. They're not as easy as I've been making them look, but Hollywood ends up gaming them right there with a great shot. So we end up winning a close one, 24 to 22. We end up getting a max overall now of 96, and we also walk away with 655 VC. And like I said, we were just running up a bunch of these 2s game. Unfortunately, Hollywood did have to get off for the day, but we ran it up for a couple of hours, so I do appreciate him helping me out. But before we get off for the day, we had to get into the random wreck. I just needed a little bit more VC to get to an 83 overall to end the day. So as much as I really didn't want to, had to hop in the random wreck. This game wasn't really much going on. As you see, I got 5 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist in the second half, getting a nice little dunk right there. But the highlights here were kind of scarce, I can't even lie. We are winning the game, that's a plus. Got 2-way tenacity, knock it down to transition 3, and then a little bit later in the fourth quarter, we ended up winning by 20 plus, but I didn't really get the ball too much. Can't really complain about it as long as we're getting the win. But here, I get the ball finally, hitting him with a nice little move and going to the rim. Showing KD's ability to finish at the rim is always nice. We end up winning by almost 30, 915 VC, 35,000 my points, which was really nice actually. And now it's time to upgrade again. I'm gonna upgrade the vertical this time to a 65 to help us out with our dunking. And speaking of dunking, decided to get a couple of dunk packages to help us out so that we can finish at the rim a little bit better in day 13. New day, new daily reward spin, and we actually get 1,500 VC. And now that we're an 83 overall, didn't have any teammates on today, actually wasn't able to play the game much today, so I decided, hey, we haven't been in the no squads 3v3 for a little bit. Let's see how the build is feeling now. I actually kind of like this throughout this entire challenge. I started off on this court. This was the very first court that I played on, and then I played it at about 70, 75 overall, and now we're playing it again at 83 overall. So this is a really good test to see how the build is feeling. See if we can carry some randoms here in the 3v3 no squad. And I actually got really lucky today. I ended up running a bunch of games with these guys, so little bit of a spoiler, we do end up going on a bit of a win streak with these guys, so shout out to them. We only have 6 points in this game right here, 20 to 16, so you know I'm looking to get another bucket, and it's gonna be a fadeaway shot in the midi to give us a nice little 22 to 16 win. And we actually started to get a little bit of chemistry going. For some reason, they didn't show the VC for that screen, so I wasn't able to see how much I got. It was probably around 400, something like that. That's what I was getting in these 3v3 games, obviously, because we're not getting that crew bonus, unfortunately, in the 3v3 no squad, but it's all good. As long as we're getting wins, if I don't have any teammates on, if I can get some decent randoms on my team, it really helps because I'm not really trying to play any more ones in this video. We might explore it a little bit once we get a little bit of a higher overall, but not trying to play too many more ones games. I'd rather honestly just play with a squad, or if I can somehow find some decent randoms, I would much rather do that. But we're up 15-7 in this game right here. Like I said, we were just kind of cruising with these guys. I was honestly just hoping that they stayed with us, because if you get a decent squad in a no squad mode like this, you can run up a streak very easily, because obviously you kind of can build some chemistry with your team, and the other team has no chemistry whatsoever unless they're also streaking up, which is a little bit less likely. So we end up winning another game, 300 VC. So the VC wasn't anything too crazy. Like I said, obviously we're not getting that really nice crew bonus, but as long as I'm winning games, that's all I care about. 0 points in this one. We're actually down 7-2. So I got to try and take over a little bit. And as soon as I say that, I shoot up a very questionable shot. So we got to try and get it back. They shoot up another questionable shot of their own, snagging that rebound. You see in the top right, we do have silver rebound chaser now. So that was really nice to have on this build. Again, we're 6'11", so we definitely need to have that rebound, and having rebound chaser on silver is going to help out a ton. I could max +1 it to gold, but on a Kevin Durant build, I don't think that really made sense. I think silver is a nice safe bet for a Kevin Durant build. Knocking down that midi, cutting the lead down to nothing, but now it is 9-7. So we're looking for a bucket, fading away in the corner from 3, knocking that one down. That shifty shooter on Hall of Fame is feeling really good. Pushing it up in transition now. Our teammate is wide open for 3, and for some reason he takes a fading shot, earlies it and misses, but luckily our teammate down low was really good. This big man that we were playing with, I don't know what his build was. I don't really even remember, but it was solid. He was able to get boards in the paint and put it up when we needed a struggle bucket. And now we're up 13-11. So, you know, I'm looking to kill again, looking for another nice, easy midi right there. 13 points out of our 15. I got the deep bomber takeover, and they're just feeding Slim Durantula right now. And I probably would too if I'm greening shots like that. 18-13 now. We got 16 points, hitting them with the behind the back move, my favorite move. Unfortunately, did end up missing that one. So it's not like we played perfect in this game, but I mean, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. We're basically controlling the entire game. They end up making a 3, so it's 18-18 now. You know who they're bringing the ball to. Slim Durantula trying to ISO, trying to cook up, seeing what he can do, fading away, don't want to take the 2. So we hit our teammate. Luckily, he hits us right back, setting a nice screen, fading away again. Over 2 people in the corner, 19 points, 7 for 9 from the field. And I might have been talking a little bit crazy in game chat after that one. I can't even lie, which I think it's warranted. You know, 19 points on an 83 overall. You got to just put your hands up and respect it. If I was on the other team, I would probably do the same thing. But here we are in yet another game, just running it up with these guys. I was actually shocked that I was able to go to the no squads core and on my very first try find some decent teammates that we're able to win like 5, 6, 7 games with. So 9 points now, 15-6, and we're cruising, dominating everybody. These guys don't even know what's happening. How are they playing so well in the no squad mode is what they're wondering. Now making that 12 points for the game, and we got D-Bomber takeover. So we're looking to game this right here from deep. He sets us a nice little screen, and I actually go to the corner and fade yet another 3. Might as well if I'm feeling like that. 21-8, almost 400 VC. And like I said, we were just running up these games over and over again. 400 VC, 350 VC, and we're also making some really solid progress on our overall bar. We have a max overall of 96. So if we could somehow come up with like 50 to 60,000 VC in one sitting, we could get all the way up to like 96, 97 overall, which would be kind of crazy. So maybe we'll do that a little bit later down the line. Maybe there's a way we can get 50 to 60,000 VC. So we'll just have to stay tuned for that. Obviously, we're going to be still playing all online, but if you play any park, you can probably guess what I'm talking about. But for now, we're not going to worry about that. We're down 13-10 in this game right here. This guy's looking for another 3-point shot, and he actually knocks it down. Not the best defense by me. So we're down by 6 now, and I got to give these guys another bucket. I leave a wide open 3, so I got to get one back of my own, and it's just back and forth right now. We got 9 points, 2 assists, pretty much the entire team yet again. These guys are pretty much just letting me handle the ball, and whenever I'm open, they're looking for me. And actually great pass at the top and a little extra to the corner. I couldn't even believe what I was seeing. I mean, this is a no squads team, and these guys were just playing really good. Hit him with a crazy move right there, snatch back into the fading corner 3, and now we have a 3-point lead just like that. 15 points, really just doing it all out here on the no squads court. He hits with a nice little Curry slide right there, ties up the game 19-19. It's an all-out shootout, so they got to try and get a stop. And with Kevin Durant on the floor, hits him with a nice easy slip and the pass back. I mean, I just couldn't believe what I was seeing from these no squad players. This was easily the best set of random teammates that I ever had, so shout out to them. And after those games that we played, we actually had some double rep as well because we completed our daily challenges. And now we can go ahead and max out our steal at a 67, getting us to 84 overall to end the day. Now, I know I said I didn't want to play that many more ones games, but it was quick game 211, so I had to give the ones at least one more chance and see what we can do. And it's only games 211, so we don't even have to get that many buckets, and we're actually moving pretty well in our first game right here. 7-0, hitting with that fade away midi, and now it's 9-0. We only need one more bucket. Go ahead, utilizing those new couple of dunk animations that we have. Only 265 VC, so it really wasn't the greatest method, but again, they're games 211, but 200, 300 VC, it's just not great. So we might not play that many ones games today, but I had to give it a shot. This was one of the closer ones that I had. 6-5 at this point. This guy actually knew what he was doing, playing some solid defense, but we get the bucket to go. It's 8-7 now. He gets a stop, and now he only needs one more bucket to win the game. 9-8. We got to try and get a stop. We got our defense upgraded a good amount now at an 84 overall, and he actually lates the wide open 3 in the corner, so we get a chance to come back. 9-8, utilizing one of those tomahawk dunk animations. 10-9 now, looking for a bucket. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. He must have thought I was gonna take the midi, so I go in for the nice easy layup, getting a 12-9 victory. So the ones is feeling all right. I'm not really enjoying, for whatever reason, I just don't really enjoy ones in this game. I don't know if it was because I was on like a 6-11 build, which you can ISO on if you really know what you're doing, and I'm doing pretty decent, but it's just kind of slower. We end up winning yet another game 11-0, so that game was pretty smooth. So I ended up running a couple of ones games, but I'm only getting 300 VC, 150 VC when I lose, so I decided to go back to the random rec. Nobody was on again, unfortunately, to run with today, so it was another random rec day. We haven't run it up too much as of recently, so let's see what our luck is looking like today. Already one of our teammates is quitting, so that's already a great sign. And we are actually up 7-5. Not the greatest shot right there, but luckily our teammate grabs the rebound, throws it back out to us for the nice easy midi. 12-10 at this point in the game. I'm just hoping to get the ball. I'm standing wide open. Eventually he finds me, and we knock down the nice easy 3. 36-22. I think this was kind of a case where the other team was just way worse than we were. As you can see, we're not shooting great shots. By no means was this team good. The other team was just way worse. 39 points in the third quarter is kind of crazy. I don't know what was going on. It seems like they have a couple AIs, but I got 14 points. Getting another transition 3 right here, knocking that one down. And in the fourth quarter, up by 15, just looking to get as many points as possible, stealing that one away. B dot sees me, looking for another nice easy midi, and I was just getting so confident with that mid-range shot that I would pull it up whenever. And obviously we're confident with the deep bomber shots. 22 points with time ticking down here in the fourth quarter. Looking for another nice easy bucket, trying to step away here. I think this was an AI on me, or no, I think it actually was a real person, as he's jumping right there, giving us a 30-point lead, snagging another rebound. Actually, our teammate ended up getting that rebound right there, but we got 25, 3, and 7 with another basically half-court shot. Almost got 28, and you know it's always a good feeling when you're getting friend requests sent to you in the random rec. That's how you know you're doing something right, if the randoms want to send you a friend request. But we're up by 31, looking for another deep bomber shot. They're giving me the ball, trying to play some defense, but it doesn't matter. Pulling up right in his face, 9% contested from half court, and we end up winning by 33 with 31 points for Slim Durantula. A really solid start to the random rec day. We get a player of the game, so maybe random rec is the move over the ones right now. 64,000 my points. That might be the most I got throughout this entire grind. We'll have to see if I get anything else higher than that, but 64,000 my points is a lot for a random rec game. So I'm feeling lucky right now, hoping the luck continues in this game right here as we're knocking down a 3. 12-12 at this point in the first quarter. Only got that 3 points, but we're looking to get another 3 right here, leaving me wide open on the wing, knocking that one down, giving us 6 points. Here in the second quarter, it is 17-17. I have no idea where my man is at, but I'm being left wide open yet again. So I'm not complaining. Actually end up getting player of the half with only 9 points, 1 rebound, actually at center for this game. And that did happen a couple of times when I was playing random rec. I would get put at center even though I'm a 6'11 power forward. I guess maybe there just wasn't a center. But like I said, I'm not complaining. I might be at a disadvantage on defense sometimes if I'm going up against a 7'4", but on offense, I can really cook. And we're getting the steal right there with the newfound steal that we have, and also getting the assist. So that is why I wanted to upgrade my steal. Getting bump steals like that, I just felt so much more useful on the court, not just being a complete cone on defense, actually be able to do stuff. And again, getting another steal with the two-way tenacity, it also helps out a ton. And this game is 37-35 in the third. I don't know what was going on. 12 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, make that 15 points with another tough 3 right there. We're actually up by 10 now. Like I said, snagging those boards, looking for a triple-double, 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Might be able to get it done. Have 18 points at this point in the fourth. I'm snatching back, shooting that one up. Like I said, I'm gonna have that advantage on offense every single time down the court. End up win this game with 21 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists, and 1 turnover as that guy blitzes me at the very end. But this has got to be another really high my points game. Another player of the game, probably our best overall game in the rec. Only get 38,000 my points for that one. Kind of felt like I deserved a little bit more than that, but hey, we'll take 36,000 my points. That is pretty solid. And we're just gonna keep hooping in the random rec today. The games are going all right. This one right here was a little bit of a doozy. As you can see, we got 8 points right now here in the third quarter. So we're trying to get a stop, down by 6. We actually end up poking this one away, getting the steal. So we got to score in transition here. He's going to find me out on the wing, and I get a little bit of space. You know, we're going to shoot that one up. 14 points now late in the third quarter, getting left wide open again. So we're making a little bit of a comeback here. Down by 4 in the fourth with just 1 minute left to go. Only have 19 points, but we're going to make it 21 with that nice little fast break dunk right there. Now with 23 seconds left, we're down by 4. We need a bucket. Luckily, they give it to KD on the wing, and you know I'm going to knock that one down. 24 points now. We need a stop. End up fouling him. He ends up missing the first free throw. So we got a shot here. Maybe a little game winner is incoming. Down by 2. Giving it down to the center off the inbound, and he also gets fouled. So we need some clutch free throws from Trebo here. He knocks down the first one. So we only need one more to send this to overtime and complete the little comeback that we made. He shoots it up and he earlies it. So now we got a foul, down by 1. They end up making both free throws. So we need a 3 to send it to overtime. I don't know what they're doing. They throw it to me. I don't really have anything open. I see the AI open in the corner at the last second. And unfortunately, we end up losing that game. But we get 22,000 my points, 622 VC. And we actually ended up getting enough VC to go ahead and upgrade our block to an 81, and that's going to put us at an 85 overall. Now I decided to upgrade my block because I wanted to try and get more stops in the paint. I figured my block would also allow me to get more contest when I'm on the wing. I honestly probably should have upgraded some more offensive stats, but again, kind of like I was talking about earlier, upgrading steal and block and perimeter defense, I wanted to do that before I got to the higher overalls so that when I'm at like 85 overall like I am right now, I'm more of a well-rounded build. I'm not just all on offense. And this game was actually pretty funny right here. These guys were talking throughout the entire game, and we were up most of the game as well. As you can see, we're up by 10 here to start the third quarter, making it 12 with that nice easy dunk. And I think this was another game where I was at center. So the center's in the paint. That leaves me wide open for 3. So we love that. A little bit later here in the third quarter, got 11 points. Not really doing too much, but I'm cooking up a little bit here at the top. The center can't guard me. The extra pass to the wing. Some beautiful basketball right there. And this is what my teammates had to say about the performance.
Hold up. Hey, back. KD.
Oh, you just said that, boy.
Oh,
Oh, you know. Yo.
What?
yeah, I think
Alright,
Yo, who got that touch?
Oh, hell.
I should have just gave it back to KD.
I got you.
Damn. Damn.
That's 7. That's got to be a 7-4, right?
I'm not really sure why that guy thought I was on a 7-4. My build is clearly a lot smaller than the other center on their team, but hey, they were impressed by KD's performance, so I had to include that. I just thought that was really funny, but we're kind of in a close game now. I don't know what these guys were doing. They were having fun watching KD shoot half-court shots, and now we're going up with that nice, easy slam. So we're up by 6. A minute 30 left to go. I have the ball. It should have been another nice, easy shot. Probably not the best shot by me, but luckily they get the board, swing it over to my guy in the corner, and he ends up missing. Surely there's no way we don't lose this game. They come down and score. For some reason, they're trying to give me the ball again. I know I'm having a great game, but for some reason, he's trying to force feed me the ball. They get another wide open 3. So now we're only up by 1 with 44 seconds left to go. Surely we don't blow this game. We've been up by double digits most of the second half. I don't know what this point guard was doing. He turns the ball over in the clutch, and now they just need a bucket. He just leaves his man wide open. I don't know what the point guard was thinking. He didn't even have a good game. I was pretty much carrying this entire game. 27 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, and now we need a bucket to try and send it to overtime or maybe take the lead with a 3. 19 seconds left. This point guard has no idea what he's doing, so he gives the ball to KD. I swing it to him in the corner. A beautiful pass, and now we have the lead. We just have to hold on and not blow this game. So there's 10 seconds left, up by 1. Again, the point guard just leaves this man wide open. We don't get the rebound, and they go back up. 4 seconds left to go. We call a timeout, throw it to the guy in the corner with 4 seconds left, and that's the shot we take. And somehow a beautiful game from KD was just absolutely wasted. 27 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. We did end up getting 41,000 my points, which is really, really good, and 844 VC, but we would have got a bunch more if we didn't blow that game. Ended up playing another rec game, winning by 3. Not too much going on in this one, only 13 points, 7 assists. So we did end up getting a good amount of my points. Somehow ended up with the 65th overall ranked player in Mississippi on our team. So hey, we'll take that, getting the nice little lane steal to start this one off. Shooting that 3 up, and he's knocking it down. So we're starting off this game good here in the second quarter. Got 6 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, a well-rounded game so far. Snagging this offensive rebound, trying to find him over in the corner. He doesn't have it, but he's nice and patient. Hits me out on the wing. I'm stepping through. I'm pretty sure that was an AI on me, so a nice easy shot right there. And we were kind of just cruising through this game. Finally got some good teammates. 108-72 wide open for 3. A little garbage time bucket never hurt. So we ended up winning this game, obviously, shooting this one up at the end. Unfortunately, not able to get it to go, but we ended up running a couple of rec games throughout the rest of this day. Again, I didn't really have anybody on, so we were just running in the random rec, trying to get as many wins as possible.
Oh, leaking. Good shot. Good shot, Kate. Good shot, Kate.
No, Katie. I got you, Katie. I got you, Katie. They don't want to hit you. I hit you, bro. I got you.
Again, we're getting some great support from our teammates here. I actually thought it was really funny that people started to actually call me KD in the game chat, so I just had to include that. Some random rec shenanigans is always great. Getting another lane steal right there. We're actually down by 4, so this is a close game. Look at that little move. Getting them all 3 to jump and getting the 3. Now we're down by 3, 69-66. Got 24 points, 7 rebounds. Unfortunately, our teammate just throws the ball away, and they get an easy transition 3. So now we're down by 4. They have the ball again, trying to make a comeback, getting another lane steal. I'm so glad I upgraded that steal. Our teammates hitting us and won. An absolutely crazy clip right there. 45% contested shot, and now we have the free throw to tie it up, and we do knock it down. KD's doing all that he can to get the dub right here, down by 2 yet again with 35 seconds left to go. A very questionable shot from our center, but hey, what are you gonna do? Try and stay in this game is all we can do. He misses the wide open 3. This is a crazy game right now, and they leave me wide open in the corner. So we take a 1-point lead, giving us 31 points on the game. Someone just quits out of nowhere. If this doesn't sum up random rec, I don't know what does. He has a wide open layup, doesn't take it, kicks it out to my guy, and I'm playing great defense. I'm not letting Bugs Bunny game me right here. He passed it out at the last second, and we somehow come out with the win. So this was a crazy day in random rec. So many close games. Finally, we win a close one. Ended up having 2 AIs on our team at the end, but we end up with 36,000 my points, 1200 VC, and it was just a rec kind of day. We ended up running like maybe 5-6 random rec games, and then the squad got on, so we were able to run a couple of games with the squad as well, but most of these games were blowouts. As you see, a crazy clip at the end. We're up by like almost 80, so a lot of those games were blowouts. I ended up just spotting up for the most part, and I was really just using these games to get as many my points as I can. You see, we're almost at 98 overall potential, and then just some of the clips throughout these games, a crazy little 32% right there. And then in this game, we're getting the lane steal, already up 12-5. Tough with the nice little bounce pass lob, and this was just another blowout where we ended up making them quit. So after that long rec session, we've had 16,000 VC. We're gonna use most of that on our vertical, getting it to a 70 to end this day. Day 16, we're starting off with not a great reward from the wheel spin, only a little Pelicans banner. But as you can see, we're out here back on the 3v3 Pro-Am grind. And for most of this day, it would be a straight Pro-Am session. Some days I just had to sit down and be like, all right, we're going to sit down for 6, 7, maybe even 8 hours and just knock out a bunch of Pro-Am games, because it's easily the best way to make VC, unless there's like a special mode in the theater or something like that, like the quick games. But unfortunately, there aren't going to be any more of that in this video. So it's going to be Pro-Am here to grind out, at least try to get to maybe 90 or at least 88 to 89 overall today. That would be a really, really big solid jump. But as you can see, we're in kind of a close one right here, 19 to 17. Got to try and get a stop. I was playing the pick and roll here with Country. You see, we're playing some nice, solid defense. Hot and Spicy tries to pass that one away, but we actually get the tipped pass. Unfortunately, we do end up throwing it right back to them, and they try to shoot a top of the key 3, but luckily, since I've upgraded the block, we're able to get a contest right there. They're passing it right back out to them, obviously trying to look for a 3, so we're giving up the 2, and we end up giving up that midi right there. So we only need one more bucket to go ahead and win this game. I'm looking for a little quick slip here, so I'm gonna go ahead and not even set the screen, just run straight down and get the nice easy dunk. Finish off a close little game right there, 10 points, 1 rebound, and we are almost at that 97 overall max potential. The Pro-Am team currently sitting at 43 and 11, so not too bad. And we're back at home now, starting this game off with a little 9% contested shot. Country, this time we're down by 1. He's gonna go ahead and put us back up 1 with a 3 of his own, and we're getting the little steal right here off of the inbound, running all the way out with that 2-way tenacity. We knock down the 3. 9-5 at this point in the game, 6 points, 1 rebound on this one. These guys weren't the best. You see, he's throwing up that crazy little shot. I'm throwing it to John in transition, and he's gonna go ahead and hit that nice little corner fade 3. Now we're up 12 to 7. I actually switched my takeover to the sharpshooting takeover because you can get some good solid ankle breakers with it. So that's what I'm trying to do right here. End up taking the nice free midi. 9 to 14 at this point, breaking his ankles a little bit, hitting Country in the corner with a nice little dot. He drives in, an extra pass over to John, and we end up with another nice easy midi. 11 to 16 now. I'm trying to snatch some ankles, can't really get anything to go, and they end up double teaming me. So I throw it over to Country in the corner, and we're just looking for a bucket at this point. Shot clock winding down, and I end up getting the assist over to John. Now we only need one more bucket to finish off this game. I over dribbled a little bit right there, not even gonna lie, and now they're looking for a 3 of their own. They shoot up a crazy shot, get a nice board animation there, and then we find Country wide open in the corner for yet another win here on the day. And we were kind of just cruising through some of these games and get a player of the game right here, and you know that's gonna be a bunch of VC, 1,500 VC to be exact, and 14,000 my points. So now we're working our way up to a 98 overall potential. So we really got to start getting some VC here soon, or we're going to hit 99 overall potential and not even have enough VC to get 99 overall. So we're definitely going to need to get a lot of VC very quickly, and 3v3 Pro-Am is definitely the way. And then the other way that I have that we could maybe make around 50 to 60,000 VC is going to be coming up within the next 2 days. I've been kind of hitting at that throughout the entire video, and it's coming up very soon within the next day or so of grinding. So we just got to try and get as much VC within the next couple of days, because we're probably going to hit that 99 overall potential very soon. But as you can see in this one right here, we're up 17 to 15. John's gonna go ahead and hit me with a nice little quick pass there up at the top of the key. They're on offense now, trying to get another bucket. Country ends up tipping that one. We pick it up in transition, kick it over to him in the corner. Gotta reward good defense, so we hit him in the corner and he ends up gaming that one. Another player of the game. So that's going to be around 1,300 VC. And when you get games like this in the 3v3 Pro-Am, you definitely got to take advantage. So that's exactly what I'm looking to do right here. Grabbing a rebound right off the bat, running all the way down, had the wide open dunk. This guy wasn't even guarding me at all in this possession. I don't know what that was about, but we end up taking a nice easy 2-0 lead, snagging that rebound down. This is really when I started to realize this build can kind of really do it all. Snag rebounds, run up all the way. It's not like that was a crazy play or anything, but look at that. Snagging the board over the bigger defender, kicking it over to John, back over to me. And you know, that's cash every single time. A nice little midi right there. And like I said, these guys were not very good. We get another wide open 3 in transition. That's now 10 points. Currently have all 10 points in this game. I was telling these guys to go ahead and feed me. I'm trying to drop all 21 on these guys. 13 to 3 now. They don't even know what to do. We're double teaming this guy, blitzing him, saving it from going out of bounds. Got the 2-way. Luckily, Country was nice enough to save it for me. Unfortunately, didn't have the deep bomber on, so weren't able to knock down that crazy shot. But we do have this takeover on to do one thing, and that's to break ankles. So that's what I'm looking to do right here. Only have bronze handles for days. I don't know if that was why I wasn't able to get many ankle breakers, but we are able to fade away from the top of the key. Kind of a dog shot right there. He tries to do the same, but he's just not Kevin Durant, unfortunately, so he can't get that one to go. And now we're looking for more ankles here. Snatching back, moving pretty good on the build. And a little self lob, kind of a crazy clip right there. Snagging down yet another rebound, have all 18 points, so you know we got to get all 21. Knocking down that 3. Probably the best game of Slim Durantula's year so far was that one right there. Almost 1,700 BC, 11,000 my points. And the rest of these Pro-Am games were moving really good. Getting another nice, easy ankle breaker right there. And like I said, we were just cruising through these games. And after a bunch of Pro-Am games, we got up to 26,000 BC. And that's going to get us to 88 overall, maxing out our driving dunk. But we weren't done just yet. We had more games to play. We've already gotten 2 overalls today. I believe we had a little bit extra BC left over from the day before, so that definitely helped out. But this was just a big day of grinding. I just wanted to sit down and get as much VC as possible. We've already made around 25,000 VC today, so things are looking really solid. Currently up 8 to 7 in this game right here. And look at the pass accuracy. Not really Kevin Durant-esque, but just in terms of a 2K build, this build is kind of disgusting. It's really good at this point. Only an 88 overall. Haven't even got all of our finishing stats maxed out, but I mean, at an 88 overall and a lot of our stats, this is kind of what the build is going to look like at 99. Just getting a really good sneak peek, hitting another 21% shot right there. Hit him with a nice little walk back, moving through, spin move, hitting Country in the corner. They're kind of double teaming me, but luckily Country is the unselfish kind of guy, and we knocked down another 3 right there. 16 points, 4 for 4 from 3, and we were feeling really, really good playing another team that was 9-15. So, you know, we're just going to keep going off. Absolutely dominating in the Pro-Am right now. Pump faking, hitting country out on the 3, and he hits the nice midi right there after it rattles around for a little bit. Up 4-0 now, looking to get another stop, playing the lane, and you know we're going to run out, look for that 3, actually find John out on the 3-point line, and he knocks it down. You know, we've been scoring a lot, so now we got to play a little bit unselfish ball, stealing that one away. And okay, maybe we're not playing unselfish ball, kind of another dog shot right there, and we're not done just yet. Getting another inbound steal and shooting a corner 3, just kind of playing out of body right now for Kevin Durant, hitting the walk back, snatching back again, maybe 3 times, and another 3. This build is looking really, really crazy right now. I don't know what this guy's jumping at. Hit him with a momentum spin move, just toying with him down there in the paint. He doesn't know what's going on. Hitting with another move. I got the wide open lane, but I don't want it. I'm looking for something crazy. Why not? Another fading 3 in the corner. Just absolutely dominating right now. Obviously, player of the game, 14 points. And shout out to John and Country for allowing me to just kind of hoop, and they weren't really doing too much. But like I said, we ran up Pro-Am all day long. These are all of the games we played. And after that Pro-Am session, we are now sitting at 9,600 VC. So we don't quite have enough to get to 89 overall, but that's okay because tomorrow is the biggest day yet. Day 17 is finally here, getting 500 VC from the wheel to start us off. And yes, we are back in the park, this time not to go on any streaks or anything like that. We're going to be going streak hunting. This is what I've been hinting at the entire video basically. And we're out here with Tough and the homie Humble Ty, and in this first game we're going to be trying to break a 5 streak. So not anything too crazy to start us off, but you see him hitting Tough with a nice little pass back there. He knocks down the 3, and a lot of these games, I will be honest, it was Tough kind of carrying. Obviously, we're handling the ball a little bit. A lot of the times, it was just me passing back to Tough and then him shooting up a fading 3. But I'm not going to spoil too much. We are going to handle the ball here in these close games. But like I said, I mean, if Tough's going to be hitting shots like that, we got to just feed him the ball. Up 11-10 at this point in the game. All of these games are going to be really, really close because they're obviously against people who are on streaks. So they're going to be pretty decent at the game. So we're currently up 14-10. I kind of leave my guy wide open for no reason. So that's a tough bucket to give up because in these comp games, the difference between losing and winning these games sometimes comes down to literally just one possession. So you definitely don't want to miss. We end up taking a nice easy 2 right there, and they get one right back. So it's 16-15. Gotta try and get a bucket here. If we don't score here, they will likely score. So we gotta look for something. Tough is looking to ISO right here, snatching back, breaking ankles, and he's gonna go ahead and take the nice easy midi. 18-15 now. We gotta try and get a stop. Don't want to give up a 3. Ty with a great jump right there, and I'm looking for Tough in transition, seeing what he's got, setting him a nice easy screen right here, looking for the pop. He's got nothing, and he ends up running out, almost has the 3, but you know, I'm looking to pass it right back to him. An absolutely perfectly timed pass, if I do say so myself. And that is how we break our first streak here on the day. 2,900 VC, almost 3,000 VC for just one game. And when I saw that, I got so excited. This was honestly my first time streak hunting in 2K26. I think Tough and Ty had done it before. These two guys are pretty solid at the game, so I was definitely feeling nice and confident coming out here, getting a nice easy dunk right there. We're down 5-2 at this point in the game, but when I catch it in the corner, I'm not even looking to score. I'm just watching Tough and trying to time the passes as perfectly as I can because he's going to be no dipping off of those shots, and he's going to be knocking them down pretty much 99% of the time. Ty with a great offensive rebound right there. We really needed that. Now we're down 10-8. Got to try and get another stop. I get a 25% contested on that guy, so a pretty solid jump by me. And now I'm wide open in the corner. Don't get hit, but that's all right. We're still looking for a 3. Tough with a great dot pass to the corner. You know I'm knocking down that clutch shot. 11-10 now. Got to try and find a stop. Like I said, a lot of these games come down to just 1 or 2 possessions. They end up hitting a tough 3. So now we got to try and get a bucket back on our own. Nice little play by Ty and Tough. We end up going down by 2 yet again after they get a bucket. So we got to try and get a 3 here. That's what we're really looking for. 3 hunting. Tough with some great off-ball movement. Unfortunately, they would come down and get another easy 2, but it's all good. All we need to do is try and get a bucket, and we can try and get a stop on the next possession. So I'm going to do exactly that and get us a nice easy dunk. Now we just got to try and get a stop. 18-17. Definitely don't want to give up a 3. If we give up a 2, it's all good. We can just look for a 3 next possession. So I kind of play high on my guy right there. Just didn't want to give up the 3. Tough's got takeover, so you know what we're looking for. He's playing horrible defense. Tough had the shot, doesn't take it, but it's all good because I'm looking for him on the decks, and he takes another great shot. And just like that, that's a 7 streak broken this time. So that's going to be 2,500 VC. End up making almost 2,900 VC total for that game. And now it's time to step it up a little bit, going for a 10 streak. This time, these guys are really high rep. Obviously, they got the fireball, and they were trying to ISO, and Tough wasn't having any of it. He gets a great steal to start off the game, and you know I'm not going to force anything. Looking back to Tough, and that's somehow a 4% contested shot. I'm not exactly sure how. He would beat me on the back door, so now we're only up 3-2. And we just got to try and score. Kind of getting stuck behind the basket right there. I don't know what kind of defense they're playing because they're just leaving me wide open in the corner. I don't know if they didn't believe in brown shirt KD or what. But again, trying to get the back door. Ty with an absolutely amazing block. Tough trying to swing it over to me in the corner. I appreciate it. But go ahead, Tough. Do your thing. They leave them wide open, and we're up 9-4 now, and we just got to score. Like, we're not worried about threes. A great pass back from Ty right there. They weren't even expecting that, and we're up 12-4 now. These guys were on a 10-game streak, and we're coming out here just absolutely taking over this court. Ty with a questionable shot, but it's all good. KD's down there, and Tough is there to finish it up. 14-6, and now it's 16-8. And you know it's a bad sign. We're on a 10 streak, and KD's trying to ISO you, hitting Tough, and he hits another dog shot. 19-8, and I think these guys kind of just gave up. Maybe they didn't want to play the game anymore. They were on a 10 streak. I don't know, but we absolutely cooked these guys, and I was trying to ISO a little bit at the end here. They both go away, and what's better than that than ending off a 10-game streak breaker with making the shot myself? I mean, it doesn't really get any better than that. That's gonna be 5,500 BC, and we're racking it up really quickly. We've played 3 games and we're already at 21,000 BC. So as long as these guys are on and down to streak hunt, we're doing this all day long. So here's another game, down 3-0 to start this one. He leaves me again just wide open in the corner. I don't know why you would do that. Definitely gonna make you pay for that. Tying it up 3-3, and we got to try and get a stop. As I've been stressing, you get 1 or 2 stops, especially in the offense that we're running right now, where we're scoring very quickly every single possession with Tough hitting shots like that. We just need 1 to 2 stops, and we're gonna win pretty much every single game out here. But I did appreciate, even though Tough was going off and he didn't really need to pass me the ball, he was trying to get KD involved in the corner, so I do appreciate that. And this was one of the closer games that we had. Tied up 11-11. Tough and this other point guard were kind of going back and forth as Tough drills a 19% contested shot, and then he would come back down and make a 3 of his own. So 14-14 now, getting hit in the corner, and you know I'm just staring at Tough, waiting for him to reach, and then we're hitting them wide open for the 3. Our chemistry was looking really solid out here. I mean, we haven't lost just yet, but that's a dog shot right there. I can't even lie. Tying this game up at 17-17. Luckily, Tough was able to get his takeover, so he's looking for a shot. I'm standing in the corner. My guy's hugging me. Don't worry about me at all. Just go ahead and do your thing, Tough. 20-17 now. A questionable shot. It was open, so he might have been able to green it, but luckily he missed, and now we're going to be left wide open again in the corner. Why not end another streak? And that's going to be another 3,000 VC, but not every game was as good as those last couple. We did end up going up against this 9-game streak, and these guys kind of handled us pretty lightly, down 17-6. It was just not a great game. I think this game literally lasted like 2 or 3 minutes, it was just not great. You see, we're just turning the ball over and over again, and they're just knocking down every single shot that we take. So it wasn't all great out here. It's not like we came out to the park and won every single game that we played. I think this was the only one that we lost. Maybe there was another one, but here's another 5-game streak right here. These guys didn't even look that crazy, so this should be an easy 3,000 VC. Probably had that shot right there, but Tough goes ahead and knocks that one down. So now we're up 6-5, trying to look for another bucket. And you know when we need a bucket, we're gonna go to that guy in the Warriors jersey. They come back, get another 2. So now it's 9-7, and we just got to keep scoring. If we get up by 2 or 3 points, we just got to keep scoring, and then we'll probably get one more stop. Again, I'm just getting left wide open in the corner. I'm not exactly sure why. That's kind of the only reason I'm scoring right now, is because I just get left wide open. But playing some really solid defense, giving it over to Ty, back over to Tough, to me in the corner, and yeah, it wasn't a great shot, but luckily Ty was there to clean up my mistake, and we were cruising in this game. How to get revenge for that last game. Again, I don't even need to say it. We're in the corner, wide open, and again, wide open in the corner. Back-to-back possessions. I don't know why. They were just leaving me wide open. I don't know if it was the brown shirt or the lower overall. I don't know what it was, but they just didn't believe in Kevin Durant's jump shot, and that's going to be another 3,000 VC. But this was the biggest moment, possibly the biggest moment of the video. A 30-game streak, and it's going to be a lot of VC if we can somehow win this. 30 games? We got to try and win this game. They don't even look that crazy. They shoot pretty good. But, I mean, for a 30-game streak, you kind of expect some better players. But, hey, we got to stay locked in. They're probably on a 30 for a reason. Starting the game off with a little bump steal and the assist over to Tough. They come back with a nice, easy 2. But we already have the advantage. We already have the lead. So now we're just looking to get easy buckets. Don't got to do anything crazy. He's playing some solid defense up the court. So Tough's going to pass it to Ty at half court, reset it a little bit, get things going, hits me in the corner, and you know we got that chemistry down. They just could not handle the off-ball movement. And we're going to be up 6-2 now. They're looking for threes. They already know. They're down by 4. You got to get threes up, or we're just going to score every single possession and take easy 2s. We get a nice little trapper animation right there as well. So KD in the big game is kind of doing his thing on defense. Already have 2 steals, going with the back door, hit him with a little hesitation move and hitting the 3, and that's going to give us a lot of momentum. Kind of had the shot right there, but don't want to force anything. Of course, we're going to hit Tough on the decks, and we're up 12-4. Reminder, these guys were on a 30-game win streak. He's shooting that one up, and they might already be giving up. This might be the biggest accomplishment so far of the video if we can get the VC from this streak. Driving in right here, kicking it back out to Tough, and things are looking really, really good for us right now. Up 15-6. They can have that easy 2. We're not worried about it at all. KD's got takeover. My man's not even playing anymore. Knocking down another 3. 6 points, 1 rebound, 4 assists. Make it 2 rebounds now, and they're fouling. And we're going in game chat talking crazy. I can't remember exactly what we were saying, but it was just a bad look. These guys just leaving me wide open again. Get them off of the court. That's a 30 streak broken, and that's going to be 30,000 BC. Easily the most amount of VC we've made in a matter of 5 to 10 minutes. 30,658 VC. Absolutely insane. I couldn't believe it when I went and looked at my attribute screen and saw 58,000 VC in the bank, and this was after only playing like 4 or 5 streaks. So we got to use all of our points right here, maxing out our pass accuracy, maxing out interior defense, maxing out offensive rebound, and getting our strength up, giving us a 92 overall. So we just got a huge lead going from 89 all the way up to 92. If I was just playing regular, playing 3v3 Pro-Am, or as we take a very poor shot right there, this was just another street game. But like I was saying, if we were just playing any other mode, 3v3 Pro-Am, getting this amount of VC is just not possible in one day. It really is not. So that's why this entire time I was planning on getting as much overall as I could so that when we go streak hunting, I can get pretty much all of the VC in one sitting. So we just kept playing these streaks. We're going to play a couple more today, and things were just going really smoothly. I don't know why. I mean, obviously we were playing really good, but the teams we were playing up against that were on like 5, 10, even that 30 game streak, they weren't even that good. And I'm not saying that like we're some crazy comp players. Like, this is my first time playing with Ty this year. I'd played with Tough a bit, but I don't know, our chemistry was just looking really good. Another game right here, up 18-10, pump faking, looking for a shot, gonna instead pass it over to the man himself, Tough NYC, knocking down another shot. 18 points for Tough, another 3,000 VC. Basically didn't really do anything that game, and we're just collecting VC checks out here at this point. So we did have one more game to play here, and I couldn't really ask these guys to stay on any longer. I'd already made more VC in this single day than probably the entire last week or a couple of days. It was absolutely insane the amount of progress I was able to make in this challenge in just this single day streak hunting. So again, shout out to Tough and Ty for helping me out today. It was a really big help, and it was some really solid gameplay as well. We're just demolishing these guys again. I believe this was another short little game, like a 2,500 VC game, so it's not like they were on a big crazy streak or anything like that. But 16-9, this guy's kind of giving up, doing whatever he wants, snagging that rebound. I don't know what was up with my rebounding today too. I was just getting crazy good board animations, not exactly sure what it was, but KD was just feeling himself, and so was Tough as he ends off this day, breaking yet another streak, and we're getting another 3,000 VC, about halfway to 98 overall potential. Gotta be easily the best day so far of this challenge. We also got a bunch of badges to work on as well, since we upgraded a bunch of stuff, and we also have 7,000 VC for tomorrow. So after that amazing day of grinding, I decided to slow things down a little bit. This time we're heading back into the rec center, but we are with a squad, so we're not worrying about any no squad or anything like that. And this time we're running with Tough and the homie Mikey and a couple of his guys. So we're just running up here in the rec and really just trying to get my points, because obviously we've already found a way to get VC very quickly, and now it's just all about the my points at this point. We're at a 92 overall, and we're just sniping all over the court. Not really much going on in this first game, kind of just blew them out. Started to no dip a lot more. If you don't know what no dipping is, basically you just hold LT or L2, and then you will get basically a much faster version of your own jump shot. So I started to use that a lot more, and I will be equipping the Kevin Durant base very soon, because I wanted to start using that. I mean, the build's at a 92 overall. I'm feeling really good. The Michael Porter Jr. base has served us well, but I think it's time for a little bit of a change. So we will be changing that very soon. And we are in a little bit of a close one right here, down by, or actually up by 3. And that 3 makes us go up by 6. And we would end up pulling away in this game, kind of getting some garbage time buckets yet again. I found myself doing that a lot in the rec, kind of just allowing my team to do their thing. And then at the end, I'll get my stats so I can get my points. Getting the steal late here in the game, passing it over to Tough, and we've seen Tough green enough shots in this video to know he's gonna make that one. We walk away with another win, this one 96-84. They kind of kept it close, but that's another 24,000 my points, 1,000 VC. And after we played just 2 games with them, since we had some leftover VC from yesterday, we were able to upgrade our standing duck to a 52 to get us to now a 93 overall. So we're feeling really good. Another game here late in the 4th quarter, up by 23, trying to get a crazy clip over 4 people. Unfortunately, not able to knock it down. I was still rocking that sharpshooting takeover, but we will be going back to the deep bomber because it's just too much fun not to use. I ended up getting 43,000 my points, so that's all we're looking for after we win yet another game. At time only getting 20,000 my points, but hey, we got a bunch of games done today, so it was looking really solid in the squatted rec. We also had to go back to lethal shooter for a second time to get our lethal zones back. This time I decided to get the corner 3 as a lethal zone, so we're gonna go ahead and try and run out of the lethal shooter. Okay, yep, there you go. All right, Slim Durantula having a little bit trouble right there, but the guys had to get off, so unfortunately we did have to go back into the random rec for the rest of this day. And I'm now purple plaque, so things are going to be a little tough. We got to try and get a dub. These players that we're playing against actually are going to be pretty decent because they're obviously all purple plaque, and this is something I wish 2K would just completely take out of the game because it really kills the fun, at least for someone like me who just wants to get on sometimes, play some random wreck, and not just sweat and try as hard as I can. But when you're a purple plaque or even a red plaque, you're just going to play straight sweats every single time, and I would personally rather play somebody on the other team. I don't want to say I'm just bum hunting, but I would rather not play sweats every single game. That's pretty much just what I'm saying, and I think a lot of people would agree. But in this game right now, we're actually up by 14, so I guess I'm complaining for no reason because we're still out here getting wins. Only 10 points in this game. Not really too much going on. Gonna get a nice little 3 right there. Only a C+ grade, ending up getting it all the way up to a B, and I'm just looking for an assist or some type of bucket so I can get some my points in this game, because right now 15 points, 1 rebound, 3 assists is not going to get it done. Luckily, we knocked down a corner 3, and again, we're just kind of getting some buckets here at the end when the game's already over. And hey, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. Up by 26 now, and we end up walking away with another win, 89-63. So the random wrecks actually treating us kind of good today, even though we are now purple plaque. And here's an update on all of the badges I was using at this point. You see we got Deadeye, max +2 at Legend, Legend Shifty Shooter with the max +2, and Legend Set Shot Specialist. So this build was looking absolutely cracked at this point in the video. 93 overall, got 3 legend badges, and now we're pretty much just working on the finishing to complete this build. We have about 9,000 VC to work with, so we got to play a couple more random wreck games to end this day off so that we can get to 94 overall, and then we should have only a few more days to get this challenge completed. We're in the home stretch now, and outside of the finishing, this is kind of the final form of the build. Obviously, for wide open at the top of key, gonna be able to knock it down, but having those 3 legend badges just made me feel so much more confident on this build. And even without the finishing, we're still able to go in there and get those dunks, and I was just really enjoying the way this build was playing, sitting here out on the wing waiting all day long, no dip in that one. And in this game I was actually getting fed a decent amount. Again, we're up by 7, so the luck in the random wreck today has been really solid. And unfortunately, if you've been really enjoying the random wreck portions of these videos, this is the last time I will be playing in the wreck. Once I hit that purple plaque, like I was talking about earlier, it just wasn't the greatest. I mean, we are getting buckets and we are winning, but only 13 points here at this point in the third quarter. Playing some solid defense. That is why we upgraded the interior defense. I think I was at center as well in this game. See, he's throwing that one up, snagging the board. Only a 77-0 board. Could have hit us in the corner. Still just standing there wide open, just hoping, waiting, and he just throws that one up, and then he misses the putback dunk. So I just had to include that. A little random wreck shenanigans, just always hilarious to me. Stepping through here, I believe that was an AI on me at this point, so you know, we're just trying to cheese the AI. Up by 40 now, so we were really getting good luck here in the random wreck. So it's a good send-off. It was a lot of fun, but I just couldn't really do it anymore. I played a lot more wreck in this video than I was initially planning on, but a lot of times it was just the squad wanted to hop on and play some wreck, so why not hop on the 16-99 and get it done? So we end up winning that game. A lot of buckets at the end for Kevin Durant yet again, getting 30,000 my points, 1,000 BC, and our bar is getting a little bit close over there to red. So once we hit that red plaque, it's not even worth really playing wrecked. Luckily, we did end up losing a game, so our plaque goes down a little bit, and like I said, we were just running up wreck throughout the rest of this day, and I needed a little bit more BC to get to 94 overall, so hit up the 2K TV. It never hurts to get some quick, easy VC by doing that. And now we're going to go ahead and pull up our attribute screen yet again at 12,754 VC. Going to use it all on standing dunk to get the standing dunk up to a 67 and getting us to 94 overall to end day 18. Day 19 started off great as we go hit the daily reward spin and get 1,500 VC, and we actually had a little event to do, so we're going to talk about that just a second. That was actually the bingo event that was going on. So we had some challenges to complete. I will show some of the challenge that we were working on here in just a second, but for now we are back in the 3v3 Pro-Am for one more grind. Today I decided we want to get as much VC as possible, again, without going out to the park and having some stressful streak hunting games. So there's no better way to do that than head back into the 3v3 Pro-Am. And talking about that bingo stuff, I will show again all of the challenges and everything I had to do for bingo to get it done. And if we end up getting that done, it's going to be around 20 to 25,000 VC if we can get that bingo event done. There are a couple tough challenges, so we'll have to see if we can get them done. I believe one of the challenges was score in Pro-Am or get Pro-Am wins or something like that. But again, I will show that all in a second. For now, we are grinding some VC here in 3v3 Pro-Am. Back here again with Ben and Finish. So shout out again to these guys for helping me out. They were a big help in this 60 to 99 grind. But in this game right here, we're up 19 to 13. Currently have 10 points, 3 rebounds, looking to break some more ankles, trying to ISO a little bit on KD, hitting him with a nice little fadeaway shot. And obviously, like I was saying earlier, with all the badges and everything we now have, I was feeling really confident on the build. 94 overall, basically 99 without some finishing attributes. And because it was a new season, our record did actually reset. So that is why you see that we are now 2-0 on the Pro-Am team instead of like 43-10 or something like that. I think it was to end off the first season. So we've played roughly around 50 to 60 Pro-Am games, which really isn't a lot for a 60 to 99. Like I was saying at the very beginning of the video when we first started playing 3v3 Pro-Am, this is easily one of the best VC methods if you're not going to go streak hunting and you just have 3 of your boys who are trying to chill and just get some VC. Pro-Am is definitely the way to go, as we're getting a little no dip shot right there. And currently in this game, it's 13 to 10. Great defense there by Finish. So I'm going to throw it up to Ben on the fast break. He shoots that shot up, but it's all good because I got the board, kicking it back out to Finish, and he knocks that one down. 16 to 10. They're hitting the back door on me, playing some good defense, stripping that one away, throwing it all the way down the court. We have 2 ways, so our build is moving really fast. Hit Finish in the corner for the nice, easy corner 3. And now we just need one more bucket, and I'm looking to get that lane steal. Can't get it, unfortunately, but it's all good because we're in the lanes getting that steal, going all the way down. A little bit selfish play right there. I can't even lie. We had Ben at the top of the key, but I was trying to go for the crazy clip, end up making up for it, making him step out of bounds, and we have 2-way, but unfortunately, Ben goes ahead and knocks down that shot. But it's all good. I didn't hit him on the play before that, and we still get player of the game, so we can't complain it too much. And we were just running up this 3v3 Pro-Am, trying to get as many wins as possible. Didn't have too much time to play today, so I was just trying to get maybe 6-7 wins and see what we can do. So we're up 3 to 2, actually down 3 to 2 at this point in the game. So we got to try and make a little bit of a comeback. Luckily, we got Finish in the corner, and he's pretty consistent, so he knocks that one down. 9 to 5, we got to try and get a stop. Finish playing some great defense, pick it up right away, and Slim Durantula cuts the lead down to 1. And these guys were actually pretty decent. The point guard's moving good, but we got Finish playing some good defense, and they're fouling me after I grab the rebound. So now it's 9 to 8. They're playing bad defense off of the inbound, and just like that, after we were down 9 to 2, we are now up 11 to 9. And we got to try and get a stop now. We just play some solid defense. I kind of leave my guy wide open in the corner, as I'm just saying to play solid defense. So they end up taking the lead back up 12 to 11, but they give it right back after a nice free dunk. Currently down 14 to 13 right there. Unfortunately, we do miss a shot, so we got to try and get a stop. Again, they find the guy wide open in transition. So now we're down again by 4, 17 to 13. We got to just try and get something on the board. So I go ahead and take that nice easy standing dunk. That's why we upgraded it. I wanted to get a lot more standing dunk animations because I was cutting at the rim, doing backdoors, everything like that. Luckily, we ended up getting another corner 3. So we actually have 15 points, a little sneaky 15 points in this game, playing some solid defense on the center. We end up grabbing the board, but they tip it right back, looking for a 3, and they end up getting a wide open 3, and he knocks that one down, and we would end up not scoring. So they are up 20 to 18 with a chance to win this game. Going down low, I can't let them do that. Playing some solid defense. Bronze Paint Controller pops up, but they somehow save that. A crazy animation. But look at Kevin Durant playing some high IQ ball, going for the blitz right there, and we get the trapper animation. So we get the ball back, a dog shot with takeover. We got the deep bomber on, giving us a 21-20 lead. A very questionable shot by their guy. We grab the board and we're looking to finish this game off. Finish, taking his time, hit me in the corner. We're going to slow it down a little bit. So I'm going to give it over to Ben, looking for that quick slip to finish this game off. And just like that, that's going to be 20 points for KD, a player of the game. 8 for 8, 4 for 4 from 3, and we get 1100 VC. And we just kept playing a couple more games. Now, this is what I was talking about with the blackout event. I think I said bingo earlier. So bingo, bongo, blackout, I don't know what it was called, but either way, we're trying to get all of these little squares done. We got to attempt to alley-oop in a game, access the daily kiosk. A lot of them are really, really easy. So we got to try and get as many of those done as possible. As you saw, we already had a couple of them done. I think around at least half of them were just going around the city and visiting stores, kiosks, doing the daily pick'em and stuff like that. So we decided to play a couple more Pro-Am games before we get off for the day. End up winning another one pretty easily, and that's going to be another 700 VC, almost at 98 overall potential. So we only have about one more bar of overall left to go before we're at 99 overall potential, and then we just need the VC to get to 99 overall. End up winning yet another game, and we finally hit that 98 overall potential. So the next bar is 99. And like I said, just played a bunch of Pro-Am games today, and after that session we walk off the court and we are at 13,000 BC. So I decided to go ahead and max out the standing dunk and put the rest on driving layup, and that is going to give us a 95 overall to end another good day. We are now at day 20, 95 overall. We got that 3-point percentage up a good amount in the city, and it is now officially season 2. So we got a little bit different scenery here in the park. I personally think I like the first park that they had better. Not a big fan of this one with all the dark scenery and everything, but it's not too bad. It's a good place for Kevin Durant to come out here and hit 99 overall. Not gonna hit it today likely, but the blackout event is still going on, so we do have time to complete that and get around 20,000 VC. So we definitely need to do that. One of the challenges was to come out here on the park and get some park wins. 3v3, if I remember correctly, it was like 10 3v3 wins or something like that. But we're up 12-0 at this point in the game, have all 15 points now after that deep bomber shot, and this was the first game that we played all day. So coming out here and dropping all 18 to start off the day felt really, really good. 18 points, shooting 6 for 7, only dropped 1 shot so far, and these guys just really didn't even have a chance. 18-2. Finally, they get another bucket to go. So we're looking to game this one right here. You know, I'm telling Ben I gotta get all 21 in this one, and that is exactly what we're gonna do. 21 points, 7 rebounds to start off the day. Doesn't really get much better than that, and we are almost now red plaque. So if for some reason we do have to go back into the rec, which we might because of one of the blackout challenges, it could be a little tough if we end up hitting red plaque, but we can't worry about that too much. If we have to play comp, we have to play comp. Like, we can't just worry about losing games just to avoid getting red plaque. It is what it is at this point. And now we're up 12-11. Ben hits me on the great little pop. And like I said, I'm no dipping pretty much every single shot now. I was feeling really, really confident. I don't know what it was, but I just decided, hey, I'm just no dipping everything from here on out, whether I'm wide open or there's someone right in my face. I'm just gonna go ahead and no dip it yet again. Wide open on the pop. I don't know why they weren't guarding it. We're up 20-16 now. I got the sharp takeover back on, trying to snatch some ankles. Unfortunately, this guy in the brown shirt's only stumbling a little bit. Can't really get much to go. I'm kind of just messing around at this point and somehow green that shot after moving around the entire possession. And we're working our way on that 99 bar slowly but surely. And we played a bunch of park games today, just getting that VC and running up a streak here in the park. And this was one of the final games that we played. We are on an 8 streak at this point, looking really, really good. Down 9-5 in this one. Again, looking for the no dip. Can't get it to go, but luckily Finish grabs the great rebound right there. And now we're looking to score. Ben's hitting him with the Curry slide, hitting me on the pop, and this time the no dip shot drops, so cutting the lead down to 1, and again they would end up scoring. So now we're down 12-8, looking for another 3. Ben's snatching back, looking for something, trying to find a lane to the rim, a great dot to the corner to finish, and he's a consistent shooter, so he's gonna knock that one down. Ben with a great lane steal finds me over in the corner, no dip corner 3, knocking that one down. 14-14 at this point. They're playing the 3, so I just got to take the 2, and we just got to get a stop at this point. Looking for something. This guard was pretty solid, if I do remember correctly. He hits him on the pop, but I'm not able to get there with the contest. I actually thought I did, but it was wide open. We come back down, get another easy standing dunk after. They kind of just give it up. They were really just looking to get 3s, and they were giving up the 2s, kind of similar to what we were doing while we were streak hunting. But we really need to get a stop on this possession. The point guard honestly hits him with a great move, and now we're down by 2. We need a 3 right here. Luckily, Ben does have his deep bomber, so I kind of looking for him. The center jumps at nothing, so I end up getting a wide open 3 to give us a 1-point lead, and we just cannot give up a 3. They're looking for it. I know they are running out, and I just didn't jump for some reason. So the streak would come to an end, and that would be the last game that we played today. So to start off day 21, this is the last day to get all of these blackout challenges done. So we got to try and fill all of those circles. We start off with 2000 VC from the wheel, so that was a nice little start. And some of the ones we still have to do is complete a game with a casual player, but that one is easy. And then we also have to complete a couple of games in the rec. We do have to win a rec game, so my biggest fear is coming true. We have to head back into the random rec, and it was a struggle. The first game here, we ended up losing by a lot. The second game, it was kind of close. We're down by 3, 37 seconds left to go here in the 4th quarter. Our teammate actually hits a really tough shot, so we're all tied up at 77, 25 seconds left to go. I'm trying to play some solid defense for my man, but unfortunately they do get a tough midi to go, so we got to try and score again. I don't want to play another rec game, but our point guard shoots up a crazy shot. We got nobody running back on defense. Classic random rec, down by 2, and we end up losing yet another game. But it actually worked out to our advantage, because I don't think I showed it, but if you played the blackout event, you probably know this challenge. There was a challenge where you had to complete an and 1, so that's what I'm looking for right here. I don't know how that wasn't an and 1. We also still need to win a rec game, so we're definitely trying to win the game. We got 14 points here in the 3rd quarter. Moving on to the 4th, we got 18 points, and I gotta try and complete this and 1, because that's probably the toughest challenge on the blackout board as we get another 3. So the win is looking really solid. We're up by 15, but we got to try and complete this and 1. There was like an hour left in the event. I had all weekend to do it and just wasn't able to get into the rec and get an and 1. You see, I'm just pump faking down in the paint. So if we don't get this and 1, it's literally the difference between like 20,000 BC. Tipping that one away, saving it, making a crazy play right there. Himmy Neutron in the corner was actually pretty solid. I'm hoping he throws it down back to me in the paint, but unfortunately he did not. So we got it. We're just hoping and praying somehow I can get an and 1, grabbing the rebound, down by 20, 15 seconds left to go in the game, going down in the paint and getting an and 1 dunk with 12 seconds left to go. And we knocked down the free throw, giving us 28 points. I had to save the clip. I honestly couldn't believe it. If you played this blackout event, you know how tough that challenge is. We get 57,000 my points, which was also really crazy. And you see right here, we end up completing an and 1 opportunity in an online game. And there's only an hour and 41 minutes left in the event. So there's only a couple more challenges we have to do. So I hit up the homie Breeze. I was like, hey, I need some 2v2 wins. Please come help me, even if you don't have that much time. This was later in the night, probably like 10, 11 o'clock, and I needed to get as many wins as possible and try and get this blackout challenge done. So we're here in this game right here, and it was actually make it, take it 2s. Pretty much just regular 2v2 gameplay, as we just got to go to 21. Currently have 12 points. They're getting that steal, but we're playing some solid defense, me and Breeze. He tips that one right back, so we just need a 3 to go ahead and end off this game, and that is exactly what we're going to do with the deep bomber takeover. So now we just got to try and win as many of these 2v2 games as we can, and the clock is ticking, so we also got to get the games done quickly. You see, that's going to help, leaving us wide open for 3. And now we're going to hand it over to Breeze, up 12-0 at this point. He's snatching back. I believe he was on like a 6-6 type of build, so the lineup that we were running was actually pretty solid. Kevin Durant handling the ball a little bit, going down for the nice easy slam, up 17-0. These guys really weren't that good, as you could probably tell. I don't know what he's doing, moving up and down, step back, kind of stuns me right there. I'm not exactly sure how, but grabbing the rebound, running out and running back in and getting the nice easy dunk. And now we just need one more bucket. I believe this was the last 2v2 game that we needed to go ahead and complete the challenge. We get 500 VC, and when we walk out, we have just 2 more challenges left to do, number 68 and 50. I believe 50 was win 5 theater games, so we went ahead and did that with another 2v2 win, and we get 591 VC. So now there's just 1 more challenge left to do. We have 50 minutes left to go in the event, and all we have to do is take a shot while tired in an online game. So we went ahead and did that in a theater game, went ahead and took that tired shot, and just like that, we completed the blackout event with 43 minutes to spare and got 20,000 VC for completing it. So after all of the games we played while trying to get it done, we are now at 36,000 BC, so I'm seeing all what I can upgrade, maxing out our close shot, maxing out driving layup, and post control as well. So we're going to go over to strength, the only thing left we need to upgrade, and unfortunately we needed about 3,000 more VC to get to 98 overall, so I couldn't get off for the day. We had a daily challenge to go into the track and beat the target time, so that was pretty easy. Got a quick 500 VC, so I told Breeze, hey, just stay on for me a little bit longer today. Let's get a couple more 2v2 wins so that I can get to that 98 overall and just have one more day here on this challenge and just get it done. It's been a big grind so far. We played a bunch of 2v2s game. We played a bunch of modes, 3s, 2s, 5s, even sprinkled a little bit of 1s here and there. So we went ahead and got all of the wins that we needed to end off this day. Didn't really want to show them all because it was just some basic 2s games, and you've seen a bunch of that so far. So after those couple games, we now have enough VC to upgrade all the way up to 98 overall to end off this day. And now we just need to work on getting enough my points so then we get that 99 overall potential and get this challenge done. Now, I know I said we weren't going to play any more rec, but I really didn't have any other choice. We're at 98 overall now, and now it's not really even about getting enough VC. We got to get enough overall and my points to be able to hit 99 overall. So that's pretty much what I did this entire day. Just played a bunch of rec to try and get as many my points as I can. I thought rec was probably my best bet. I didn't want to play any more 3v3 pro-am, and a couple of these guys that I played with before, Mario and Country, they were out here playing some rec. So I thought, let me go out here and get as many my points as I can today. Didn't have too much time to play, but we're closing in on that 99, so we got to try and get this done within the next day or so. Playing some nice defense right there. Now we're on the fast break. Mario throwing that one up, not able to get it to go, but I grabbed the rebound, try and hit the 3, but it just ends up being a deep midi here in the second quarter, utilizing that maxed out driving dunk and maxed out standing dunk for the dunk right there, snagging another rebound, throwing it down to Mario. And luckily these guys were being really nice, helping me get assists, allowing me to score, just getting as many stats as I can, and getting these deep bomber shots like that. That is definitely going to help out. And here again at the end of the first half, knocking down another 3. So we're getting player of the half, getting 100 BC. So that always helped. Up by 20 at this point, getting a nice little lob. And I honestly probably should have did that a little bit more, get some lobs to go, because I think you do get more my points for lobs, but I was just worried about scoring another 39% contested 3 right there. And we would end up winning this game by 30, and that's going to be about 36,000 my points. So we're about halfway through the 99 bar, and throughout the day, like I said, we're just playing all of these rec games to try and get as many my points as we can to get that 99 overall potential. End up winning a close one right there, and unfortunately to end off the day, they didn't even show the my points, but tomorrow is the big day that we hit 99 overall. Day 23, the final day on the account, and we had to head to the NBA store and drip Kevin Durant out, get him looking right, decked out in Rockets gear, got the Ant Pearl KDs on. We are looking good now, finally actually looking like a Kevin Durant build out here. We already kind of played like Kevin Durant, but now we're actually looking the part, and it was feeling good. We have Kevin Durant's base on now, so this is really the final form of this build, and it was really fun to do. I mean, it felt great being on a 98 overall and pretty much being on a complete build outside of the strength that we needed. So this is essentially the final form, like I was saying, of this Kevin Durant build, and I was really enjoying it. Kind of wish I threw the KD base on earlier. It really would have made a lot more sense if I did, but for some reason I was just really focused on that Michael Porter Jr. base to start off this video. But we finally got that KD base on, closing in on that 99 overall potential. And if you're wondering how I got the VC to get the clothes, it was about 15,000 VC to get the jersey, the shorts, and the custom shoes. And we got that by just playing rec yesterday. We had a little bit of VC left over, and we couldn't even hit 99 overall if I wanted to. And playing on the twos was definitely not the best method to get my points. If I really wanted to get it done quick, I probably could have just went back into 3v3 Pro-Am, but that's not fun to end off the video. We got to try and get as many highlight plays as a 98 overall as possible. So even though it's going to be a little bit slower to hop out here on the twos in the park, but it's going to be worth it playing at a 98 overall, the complete version of the build, basically, again, outside of the strength. It just had to be done out here on the park, and I'm really feeling this Kevin Durant jump shot, especially when I was no dipping and we're taking fadeaway shots like that. And me and Cole were just kind of taking turns isoing. They actually do end up stripping that one away, so they would come back 15 to 15. We got to try and get a stop. They're also isoing, trying to hit me on the back door, playing some great defense. And now we got that deep bomber takeover plus two-way tenacity. And with the Kevin Durant base, I'm telling you, it was looking really solid. 15 to 20 at this point. We both have deep bomber. Looking for the quick slips, not there. He's playing some solid defense, and I end up hitting Cole out there for another nice easy win. So we went on a little bit of a streak right here, closing in on that 99 slowly but surely. And me and Cole were just cruising on the twos. We were winning pretty much every single game that we were playing, cooking up my defender right here, hitting him with a nice little meter dunk. That was something I didn't really do much at all, mainly because I didn't have driving dunk for most of this challenge. So I really wasn't able to utilize the meter dunk that much, but we're using it here now that we finally have our driving dunk and everything maxed out. Snatching back right there, knocking down the shot, up 11 to nothing now. And we're just isoing, looking like KD. Hit him with the nice hesitation move into the three, a 16% contested shot. Hitting him with a little quick slip right there, and our chemistry was just working really nicely. I'm isoing here for the win, snatching back, going to the rim. He runs out, actually plays some solid defense. So now I'm kicking over to Cole. The shot clock is winding down, 6 seconds, 5 seconds left to go. He's snatching, he's playing good defense, jumps at me, and at the very last second in the shot clock, KD goes ahead and finishes that game off, 500 VC. And then we decided to switch it up and head to the threes. Why not? Let's get some threes gameplay for the last couple of games in this challenge. We're out here with the homie Hubsies, and obviously we're still playing with Cole. Wide open corner three. Might be a different jump shot, but we're still knocking down every single wide open corner three that we get. Another stop, and now we're looking for another bucket, kicking it back out to Cole for the nice easy assist. And these games on the threes were very similar to the ones on the twos. We were kind of just out here dominating. Cole's helping me out, getting the extra my points with the lob. Now we're up 10 to 4, snagging yet another rebound, pushing this one up in transition. I'm going to give it over to Cole. He's going to give it right back for the lob, giving us 9 points for this game. And it was another blowout win, up 15 to 4. My guy had completely given up, and I can't blame him because we were out here hooping. 18 to 7 now. Cole's going to shoot a crazy deep bomber shot to end off that game at 21 to 7. Another 7,600 my points. So like I said, the park definitely wasn't the best or fastest way to get my points, but we're getting good games in, so I can't really complain too much up 6-5 at this point. Probably had Cole on the back door there, but I'm looking to score every opportunity I can get, giving us another lead right there, 11-5 now, getting another nice easy dunk. And these guys were kind of just feeding me, helping me get the my points, which I did appreciate a ton. Getting another lob right there, 15-7 now. I don't know what these guys were doing, snagging that rebound, pushing it up to Cole, over to Hubsy for the wide open three. He's not able to get it, but luckily Slim Durantula is down there running all the way out to the half court line and knocking that one down. Just absolutely dominating on this build. Cole's gonna go ahead and end off yet another game, and we went on a pretty solid streak. I think we went on maybe a 10-game streak or something like that, but we played a bunch of games and we're inching closer and closer to that 99 overall potential, ending off another game with a half court shot, and that's going to get us an 8-game streak, 652 BC. And like I said, we ended up going on an 11-game win streak. We got the fireball. Not too much going on in this last game with Cole and Hubsies, but you see Cole's dribbling around, kind of looking for me, not really forcing anything. I'm trying to ISO up a little bit. Don't have much stamina, but somehow green that 20% contested layup. And that's going to end off the streak with Cole and Hubsies, 1,300 BC. And now we have 15,000 BC total. We have enough to get to 99 overall. Now we just need to complete that last 99 attribute bar. Had to hit up Ben and finish. These guys hopped on a little bit later in the night so I could go ahead and finish off this 99 overall challenge. And these are the last couple of games. This is pretty much it. And I'm just trying to get as many highlights as I can in these last couple of games. Obviously, we're out here looking like KD now. We got the KD jump shot on. Feeling really, really good. And the home stretch of this challenge was just really fun and really showed me how far we had come on this build, all the way up from a 60 overall. It really doesn't get much better than that if you're a no money spent player on 2K. Getting that nice easy dunk, up 13-2 now, and this kind of just shows how good the build really is now as Finish gets that steal. We're gonna be wide open again on the wing, looking for something, and our teammate's not even playing. I'm trying to make a highlight play, but he's not even playing, kind of being a sore loser, but it's all good, leaving us wide open again on the 3-point line. So we're gonna go ahead, knock down that 3, and now we're really closing in on it. 11,000 my points in that game. We just have a little bit more left to go. Might be able to get it done in the next 1 to 2 games. Playing up against these guys right here, 0-0 at this point in the game. Looking for a little step through deep midi. You already know that's going to be cash every single time. And now we are currently up 2-0. Looking to get a stop in this one. Point guard shooting it up, not a great shot. Snagging the rebound, pushing it up to Steve Nash in transition. It was funny, Ben brought out a little Steve Nash build for the last couple of games in this challenge. I thought that was pretty funny. And now we're up 8-0, just cruising along in these games, getting the lane steal, pulling up from half court. I mean, it really doesn't get much better than that. The build is looking amazing. I'm having a bunch of fun out here. 14-6 at this point. We're just dominating everybody that steps onto the court. 17-6 now after another great shot by Ben. And now we got to hit the ISO, hitting them with a little snatchback crossover. They're double teaming me, unfortunately. Ben kicking it back out, a little extra pass over to Finish on the wing, and of course he's gonna go ahead and knock it down. 20-8. We just need one more stop to go ahead and win this game and see if we get that 99 overall in this game. Snagging the rebound, pushing it up to Finish in transition. Almost get an offensive interference, but it's all good as we walk away with the win, and we're just a sliver away now from getting that 99 overall. So one more game should do it. Starting it off with a dunk, up 2-0. These guys were actually kind of decent. Don't get a contest right there, but we play solid defense, push it up in transition, knocking down that 3. We're not messing around whatsoever. I'm ready to get this challenge done. Looking to get some last minute highlight plays before we are done playing on this account. Finish shoots that one up, knocks it down, gives us a 3-point lead. A little bit later in the game, they would try and make a little bit of a comeback, down by 1. I can't really snag that rebound. This guy was a little bit bigger than me and had a little bit higher rebound stats than I did, so not really much I could do. All we can do is fight and play the pick and roll to the best of our abilities. Another questionable shot by their point guard, and this time we're not missing the rebound. Pushing it up to Ben in transition. He's looking for the three. I'm gonna go ahead and set him another screen right here. Look for the pick and pop. He finds a little lane in the corner, not there, but I'm hitting a dog no dip shot with the Kevin Durant base, and now we're up by 1 with the ball. Finish with a great shot in the corner, and now we just need to try and get at least 1 stop to go ahead and finish this game off. They're looking for the 3. They don't want to take the 2. Actually, a really good move right there, but luckily for us, he does miss it. Now we're pushing it up in transition yet again, finding Ben out there on the wing, and he knocks it down. And now we just need 1 more bucket to complete this challenge, and it is all over. Let him take the easy 2. You can have it. And I'm looking to score. You know, we gotta score. It's 19-14. We gotta score the last bucket of this video. Hitting the little pick and roll with Ben. He's gonna find me here on the dive, and we dunk it down. 14 points for the game, a 3-game streak, and that is gonna do it, ladies and gentlemen. 99 overall on the attribute screen, and just like that, we have all that we need to upgrade to a 99 overall here. 19,000 BC, but it's not even going to take that much. We're going to go ahead, max out the strength at a 73, and that is going to give us 99 overall. 60 to 99. It is finally complete. And if you're curious what my final badge loadout looked like, I didn't even end up maxing out all of my badges, since we ended up hitting 99 a little bit earlier than I anticipated. For the build specialization, we ended up getting all the way down to goal 5. And here are my final records across all of the game modes that I played. Honestly, a little bit better than I thought it was going to turn out. And here were my shooting percentages across all of the game modes that I played. Pretty much shot 70% plus across all game modes, so we will definitely take that. And then just to confirm that I didn't play any MyCareer on this account, as you can see, I didn't start the MyCareer quest line or anything like that. Didn't play any Street Kings, and there were only a few of the quests that I actually did end up completing. Most of the time I was just worried about the daily challenges. I ended up getting to around 94 lifetime challenges completed. And then just to confirm that I didn't buy any VC on this account, if for some reason you don't believe me, here is my transaction history on this account. Nothing was purchased whatsoever. So that is going to go ahead and wrap up this 60 to 99 overall challenge for Kevin Durant. If you did enjoy and you watched the entire video, I appreciate you a ton. Please consider dropping a like, subscribing to my channel. This took forever to do, so I would really appreciate it. Shout out to all of the teammates that I played with in this video, but that is going to go ahead and wrap this one up. I will see you guys all in the next one.